What's up, everybody, and welcome to Monday Night Call of Cthulhu. It is I, Moss, and I will be your humble keeper of arcane lore. And tonight is the second episode. The first episode did not get us canceled because I did not have any penile fruit. So thank God I'm trying to avoid those. But let's go around and see how everybody is doing. JT, what's going on, man?
Hello, I am here to give the help a hard time.
You're not going to make this easy, JT.
If I'm gonna catch blowback in real life, I got to give you a little hell before we start.
All I can say is watch your back.
Wow. Well, I'm just saying that's in character with what he would expect.
Interparty conflict already.
Yes, let's have some fun with evil tentacly monsters that mean to do our souls harm. I'm excited.
Are we Junkyard Heroes? Did I hear tentacles? Yeah. Are we gonna have a tentacle lap dance again?
Well, I mean, 2/5 of you are here, so I wouldn't doubt it.
I'd say somewhere, someplace, at some time, Virgil is around.
We might be safe. Ben is not here.
That is true.
That is accurate.
Well, speaking of arousal, Froste, how you doing?
How'd that work out? Okay. Well, I just learned something. I got to take a note here. I'm doing well. I'm looking forward to more craziness now that we've kicked down a stateroom and made everybody on board like confused and mad about why we're kicking down stateroom doors. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we found nothing in the room. Hopefully we continue to find nothing and everything is fine. And we just sail through Christmas Day, make it to London, and nothing bad happens.
Is it Christmas?
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be. I think today is Christmas Eve.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
You didn't get me anything, did you, Jimmy?
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Well, Jimmy, what did you ask for from Santa Claus?
Jimmy, well, gee whiz. I sure would love an autographed book from by Mr. York.
There you go. It'll be easy to do.
And perhaps he can make that happen. And Chris, has Jimmy learned anything so far about his new compadres?
Well, he's learned that Mr. G really likes his bread. He's learned that both Mr. York and Miss Camellia are very scary, and Miss India. Well, gosh, pass.
Oh! Wow, okay. Jeez.
Wait, and she went dancing with you. She got it on and everything, and you passed.
I gave you the best night you could ever have in your life, and you diss me like that. How could you?
He's passing. He ain't dissing you. He doesn't want to get in trouble.
I just hope nobody saw.
Wow. Lick her hand, take her out to the dance floor. My gosh.
Wait, you hope nobody saw? I think I'm rubbing off on you.
We all saw it. We all saw it.
Well, since we're on the subject of domestic assault, Nomi, how are you doing?
I am doing great, and I can't wait for this assault to take into fruition with my good boy Eldritch.
Wow, I can't believe someone of color wants to beat on a geriatric old man. It's almost like reality.
It's just how we say hello where I'm from.
Right, this is only casual racism. It's not legitimate racism. Okay.
Sure, Moss.
Speaking of racist,
I think it's situational racism.
Situational racism. That's good. Speaking of situational racism, Sevvy, what's up?
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. I have some exciting news. I think everybody will love it. We finally, after 2 years, I'm exaggerating a little bit, changed the name of the Kick channel that was called Erudite before. As you know, Erudite kept saying, I'm gonna rename the channel because it's for Moonskull, and 2 years later, I did it. And the new name is, drumroll,
Ooh.
Moonskull 36.
Yay!
I lost my sound.
Make sure to give it a follow.
Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Wait,
Exactly.
Hold on, my thing was muted. What was it again, please? Seriously.
Moonskull 36.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Wait, Sevvy, can you say it louder for those in the
that
back,
makes
please?
sense.
Wait,
Okay.
Sevvy, can you say it louder for those in the
that
back,
makes
please?
sense.
Wait,
Okay.
Sevvy, can you say it louder for those in the back?
Give her a second. Give her a second. She's warming up.
She must be getting yelled at.
Second. Give her a second. She's warming up.
From
Oh
the
my God.
diaphragm.
Moonskull 36.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
And I got news for you guys. When we switch over, my last roll was at 36.
Oh my God, it was.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Oh, and fantastic, sarcastic got a first new internet password, also Moonskull 36.
And his
No
server
way.
is
Forgot
fighting
about that,
mitosis. It's all about awareness for his
Oh my
neighborhood.
God, yes, he does. He has his Wi-Fi at home. This made me laugh so hard. In Gilded, he put a screenshot of it. It's was it like fight mopitosis or something?
Fight
mitosis,
mitosis, and the
yeah.
password is Rudai36.
Yes.
All right. Well, is that all the 36 news that we have for the evening?
So far.
So far, well, we got plenty of time for 36s. So, first of all, obviously we want to get it out of the way. If you hear any noises and/or sound effects and/or music, you can thank Sirenscape, because I sure do. It's not a sponsorship. I'm sure not getting paid by them, but they're letting me use their music as long as I name drop them. So that's pretty cool. I think that's cool, don't you guys?
Absolutely. I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say it was a Rudai grumbling in the back, but I guess it's Sirenscape. He almost got me say Sirenscape now. Son of a bitch.
All right.
I still think it's Sirenscape.
No.
New.
I'm one of those people.
Alright.
Sorry.
So I don't believe we have any renewals for the evening. So you guys are starting off fresh with what you had at the end of last game, which I think was one permanent bonus die. Is that right?
One permanent Eureka point, I thought it
That's
was.
what it was. That's what it was.
But at the very end, the horror host did give me for Clay, gave me one temporary that you guys said should probably happen or should roll over to this show.
Was it right at the end? If it was right at the end, yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, you guys mentioned it. So I wrote it down. It was from the horror host.
Mhm. Well, thank you, horror host, for giving Frost leftovers.
Leftovers.
All right. So
Stay fresh.
to do a little bit of a recap of last episode, we did a lot of setting up last episode. We spent most of the time at dinner, believe it or not. We got to know everybody's characters. We had the first bit of damage dealt by Miss India Maria. We found out that none other than the president's son, Joseph Taft, was, seemingly drugged during dinner and began acting strangely. Well, come to find out that there was a certain waiter named Shaw who may have known something about it, but the day after he was questioned, he was gone. His cabin empty, nobody has seen him. And so the players took it upon themselves to search for Joseph Taft himself. And we now find ourselves at the threshold of Mr. Joseph Taft's room, room 23A, the door freshly kicked open by none other than Clay York himself, with no sign of Joseph Taft inside.
So
What do you all do?
the people saw us. You said they were reacting to it. So,
Yeah, there was one individual at the end of the hall who saw what you were doing and then kind of scurried away.
So Clay is just going to move in and look and see if, the rooms aren't probably that large, I'm assuming.
No, you guess it's probably about 6 by 8.
Okay. Let's just start looking to see if we can see any clues, because I'm assuming he's a big man. He wouldn't be.
I think he had a
hiding.
big room. because he was,
Big.
famous
Oh, famous.
and big.
That is true. He is big and famous.
I
but-
think you said he had a big room.
He had an
Did I say he had a
executive
big
suite, or the presidential suite.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
sweet.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, he's got a presidential suite. Sweet. This one, actually, you walk in. Okay, so you walk in and you can see the bed off to the right side, kind of facing long ways out from the wall. You can see beyond there is a sliding glass door which leads out onto a balcony. The curtains are currently closed. You can see that there is also a writing desk and a reading chair off to opposite corners. You can also see that there is some luggage currently closed, leaning up against the wall, and there is also a closet against the wall to your left. Just from cursory glances, it doesn't look like the room has been tossed. It doesn't look like anyone has interfered with much of anything. The bed has not been made. But whether you
Door
find
was
that
locked.
the door was locked.
Clay's moving to the balcony door first and letting the ladies look at whatever else, obviously.
Okay. So you go to the balcony door. You see that there is a succulent plant lying on the ground, and a deck chair, which is currently unoccupied. But just upon cursory glance, you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, so no blood, no nothing. He's going to investigate a little more while they investigate whatever they're doing. He's worried that somebody may have trundled him over the side, or he may have fallen over the side.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden. That's our favorite roll.
Favorite roll. Missed it by... Oh, no, he got it by 1 because he has a 99. Never mind.
That is
He's got it max.
insane. That is insane.
He is such a paranoid person. He's
I want to also do spot hidden since I'm there.
Okay.
Oh.
So Clay is looking at the balcony. Camellia, where are you looking?
I'm looking. My running thought is that he was never here. And because I think that on his way here he was grabbed and then taken somewhere else. So I'm looking for somebody coming in to hide because I'm assuming they were trying to find something here. So I'm trying to see if somebody came in trying to look for something and then like move things around to make it seem like they weren't here, or maybe it's like they dropped something and they left it behind, because I don't think Joseph ever made it to this room.
Okay.
I would like to spot hidden too.
Okay, go ahead. Are you kind of in the same vein as Camellia?
Oh, I definitely spotted another dinner roll in the dining hall because I'm not with y'all.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Wonderful.
So, Frost, looking around, you don't see anything that's out of the ordinary. However, you do kind of look overboard, and there is a dolphin swimming about 3 feet below the surface, which you're just able to catch. But nothing having to do with the occupant of the room or perhaps any intruders. Now, Camellia, you're looking around and you notice that there's no footprints. It doesn't look like anything's been dropped. But you do catch out of the corner of your eye. It looks like his suitcase was left unlocked.
I will mosey over to the suitcase, and I'll say to Clay, there's a suitcase. Maybe we'll find a clue here.
Yeah, there's nothing out here that indicates that, well, anything happened, except there's a plant knocked over, but I thought I saw a dolphin in the water, but...
I'll pull the suitcase on the bed and open it up.
He'll come over and look. Is India coming in the room, or is she hanging out outside?
I'm inside the room.
Thank you for the donation, everybody.
Oh, thank you, Erudite. Oh, speaking of donations, I do want to let everybody know that if you donate via Streamlabs, the bonuses for the players here are permanent as opposed to through YouTube, which are temporary. So keep that in mind whenever you consider donating. But thank you either way, whichever way you decide to donate. However, you open the suitcase and you kind of rustle through it, just through a kind of cursory glance without having to look too deeply. You find a lot of his personal effects, some toiletries, some oversized clothes. You even find some swimming trunks, which are very large, red and white striped. You find some spare cash kind of floating around in the suitcase, and you also find a bottle of Chanel No. 5.
Ooh.
So he was here with a lady then. Because obviously, or it was a gift. Does it look like it has been used, or does it look like it's still in the box?
It looks like there's probably about 2/3 left in the bottle.
Okay.
Okay, so was he like moonlighting as a female?
You don't find women's clothes in there, by the way. And a Chanel No. 5, that's a men's cologne, isn't it?
No, it's not.
No.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
maybe he just liked women's cologne.
It's a female cologne.
I'm pretty sure.
Sometimes
What
guys
if?
like to smell
What?
good.
Hold on.
No, Moss, it's woman's cologne.
What if he has?
Man.
What if there's another woman?
He was having an affair. That's
I would
makes
just like to
sense,
point
India.
something out to you people that you missed. Moss obviously owns a bottle of Chanel No. 5.
I smell
It's a men's cologne.
very nice.
Oh my
I smell
god.
very nice,
Moss,
guys.
we need to talk. Okay, first of all, what do you use perfume? Or
Me?
do you use
No.
cologne?
No, I will tell you what happened is I looked up men's colognes from the 1920s and Chanel No. 5 came up and I was like, oh, right on. Okay. I know what that one is. Apparently I don't.
Yeah, Chanel's been around for a good minute.
As long as you like to smell, Moss, who's going to judge
It's
it?
yes, Chanel No.
we-
36. It's Chanel No. 36.
Number 36. I love
Thank
that.
you, Gamera.
The tracks.
Oh, Brian is researching how I can get a flamethrower in the 20s. Thank you.
Oh, Ruda said his donation, he meant that to go to Craigslist, but he got the wrong address when he sent that. So that didn't go where it was supposed to go, I don't think.
I was going to say something very dark, but I decided not to say it. It's like trying to get Sevvy a flamethrower, because then if this is the 1920s, some some war is happening right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe enlighten us.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just say we're thankful that this train and this cruise is not going anywhere near Deutschland.
Okay.
Well,
So when that's also accurate, but I'm very accurate with the flamethrower. It's not my fault if people jump on top of the flamethrower while I'm using it.
you're very accurate at killing your teammates with a flamethrower. now, listen, there may be a flamethrower if somebody threw Taft off the boat, and that's his perfume. I'm just saying.
That's true.
There you go.
There may be a flamethrower,
What a bump.
and you have to be very strong.
What
Could it be
if, hold on.
defenestration on a boat?
What if this other woman, alleged this other woman, if there is one or not, framed it, sprayed it, tossed him overboard, and is now trying to pin it on his fiance or something?
But he's not with a woman.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Okay, so he just likes female perfumes. That's what I'm getting at.
Him and Moss may be related.
Totally.
Or he just has a mistress or a secret girlfriend that we don't know about.
So in his suitcase there was Chanel No. 5, big clothes. Anything else?
He had some of his spare cash just kind of lying loosely in there.
How much cash are we talking about?
You find. Do you take the time to count it out?
I just grab it all.
Okay, you grab it all. You find. I'll tell you how much it is. You find $126 and
Good.
36 cents.
That's a lot of scratch.
Dang.
125.
She can buy
20
property with that money.
Of the
126?
taxpayers' money.
And 36 cents.
You can
Which-
buy a car with that kind of money.
At
36
that,
more bucks.
Sevvy, thanks to your phobia, I'm gonna need you to make a sanity check.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Shit, okay.
That's an
Yeah,
insane
he
amount.
Do I just
Um,
roll sanity? Or like, how do I
Speaking of
roll?
insane amounts of money, roll on that
Yeah,
sanity
so-
table.
Yep, you just roll your sanity.
How
You
do
should
I
just be
roll
able to double.
sanity?
Let me see. Let me pull your.
No, it's on the main page.
Yeah, you
On your main page, yeah.
Do you roll your current or do you roll? Well, you roll.
So you roll. You click on. Double click on your current.
Okay.
By the way, my current is not as the same as my max again. And I didn't lose
Fail.
any.
Whoa.
Fail. So,
Uh-oh.
Sevvy, I need you to roll 1d3, which you just type slash roll. There you go. That's a d4.
Oh. Okay.
So you take slash roll space 1d3.
What? Okay.
So
Why did
reduce.
you roll a 4? Okay.
So basically, the way that if you're at your own table and you're playing this, normally what you do is you take the result of a d6 and divide it by 2. But you lose 2 sanity points. So you're
Okay.
going to want to go ahead, type into your current
Yep.
sanity points and reduce that by 2.
Got it. Okay, can folks in chat hear the music? I'm assuming yes. Just checking.
All right. And with that, why don't we head back to Mr. Gore and Mr. Jimmy Summers? What are you guys doing?
I think Jimmy's with them.
I think we made clear last
No.
time Jimmy was with you.
Oh, was
Yeah,
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mr. G.
Oh, well.
As he sneaks up behind you.
Sneaks
Oh,
up.
boy, don't do that. Give me the willies.
Sorry, Mr. G. I wonder how the
where-
others are getting on.
I was just about to ask you that, young man. Where do you think these scamps have gotten off to? Are they helping in the kitchen?
Maybe we should go and find them. Well, maybe Miss India is.
Wow. I agree. Probably right. Let's go look.
All right.
You're the boss, Mr. G.
And as you all are heading out of the dining hall, which is you were all in the dining hall, correct?
We were.
Who
Yeah.
was?
So as you all are heading out of the dining hall, you see a Miss Joanna Osterman passing by you, and she grabs you, Mort, by the shoulder. Eldritch, I keep wanting to call you Mort.
What the hell, man?
She grabs you by the shoulder, Eldritch, and says, "Oh, Mr. Gore, what a pleasure to see you up in Adam today."
Oh, hello there. How are you this evening or morning or whatever time it is?
Oh, I'm still feeling the effects of the champagne last night, but you, sir, put away more bread than anyone that I've ever seen.
Yes, well, it offsets the effects of the alcohol. It makes sense. Believe me, I know what I'm doing. I'm quite old.
Are you
I know how these
sure?
things work.
I shall have to make a mental note of that. I don't wish to keep you. Looks like you all have urgent business to get to, I'm sure.
Oh, no, not at all. Is there anything I can help you with?
Oh, no. I just wanted to stop by and give you a friendly greeting.
Oh, well, much appreciated, my love. You have a wonderful day. Evening,
well,
morning, whatever.
Thank
it
you,
is.
darling.
Excuse me, Miss Osterman, if I may trouble you for a moment of your time.
Oh, my dear.
Oh, yes, dear boy.
You haven't happened to see some of the other folk that were with us, have you? We're kind of looking for him.
Some of the other folks. Oh,
Yeah,
you
boy,
mean the
dear
really...
boy. I'm sure she's too busy for that nonsense.
Oh no, surely
It doesn't
not.
hurt to ask, Mr. G.
Do you mean the rather tall gentleman, Mr. York, and what was her name? Camellia and India?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Oh, no, I cannot say that I have seen them today. I'm sure they're out, I don't know, maybe they're using the Turkish baths. It's quite nice first thing in the morning, especially after a night of drinking.
Now that sounds interesting.
Speaking of drinking, golly, Mr. Taft sure did tie one on last night, didn't he?
Oh, that poor thing. I sure hope he's all right. I passed by his room earlier today, and it said that do not disturb on his door. He must be feeling awfully under the weather.
Well, golly, I hope he's all right.
Oh, I'm sure he's fine. He's quite the large man, and they
He
tend
did
to be
seem
able to
a bit-
hold their own.
A bit withered towards the end of the evening there, and rushed off with some aid.
Well, we've all been there, especially when back home we don't get a chance to indulge. So when we do get a chance, we overindulge.
He should have had more bread.
Normally I would disagree, but given your experience, I'll leave it up to your expert opinion.
As well you should. I'm an expert. Yes. Bread enthusiast.
You wouldn't happen to know if he was, troubled about something, would you? Something really on his mind? See, my old man, when he would get a little in his cups, as it were, he would, it was usually about something. Crops weren't coming in, one of the cows died, that kind of thing.
Oh, darling, that's adorable. I didn't know you were a farm boy, but I should have guessed looking at you.
Jimmy blushes deeply.
My dear, I apologize for this barbarian.
No, don't fret it. Taft and I weren't really close at all. In fact, this is actually the first time I've met him is on this cruise.
Is that right? Well, shucks, Mrs. Osterman. Sorry to have taken up all your time like that. I appreciate you answering my questions.
Oh, it's not a problem. Oh, before you go, tell me, how's the Eggs Benedict?
I don't think Jimmy had any eggs Benedict.
No idea.
I'm sure
Quite
I
all
wouldn't
right.
know.
Quite all right. I'll find out myself.
Dear boy, run off ahead for me, would you please?
Yes, sir, Mr. G.
I apologize for him. He doesn't know how to behave in front of a lady.
No, he
Oh.
doesn't.
No, he does not.
No, of course. It's totally fine. He'll grow into it.
I'll make sure he doesn't trouble you again. So
Perhaps-
sorry.
he needs exposure to a lady of society such as myself.
Yes, and all of the exposure I've seen him with so far is to help, and I don't know what to do about it. He's a bit brash. I'm trying to properly train him.
Wow. Okay. Fine.
I'm sorry. The help.
The waitstaff, the India woman, whatever her name is.
Okay. First of all,
You're not there.
Ears are burning all the way across the ship.
Yeah, somewhere India feels an itching on her nose.
like aggressively violent.
Golly, I hope she doesn't take it out on me.
Oh, she will.
Oh, no. India seems like a lovely woman, although troubled.
Well,
Trouble?
Okay.
Okay.
If that's what you call it, I'm sure. Again, I'll make sure he doesn't bother you again, and I'll keep him away from her if at all possible. The man's incorrigible.
Oh, he just needs exposure, but I'll leave you to it.
I'm afraid he might have exposed himself too much.
Have a lovely day, Eldritch.
And you as well, dear. You as well. And say hello to, what was it, Ollie? What's your husband's name again?
Oliver.
Oh, Oliver, yeah.
Yeah, yes. And do say hello to Ollie for me, please.
Oh, that'll be hard. He's all the way back in Boston.
Well, when you see him, I mean, of course.
Oh, of course. I'll give him your regards.
Much appreciated. Have a good day.
She nods and heads deeper into the dining room. All right, so where are you guys headed? Are you going to the...
Where'd we say Turkish baths? It sounded like a good idea. Maybe we'll find old big boy there.
Yeah, you take Jimmy to a Turkish bath. You have fun.
Yeah.
I need to have a chat with the young man anyway. About how he
I need to talk
About
to him
how
in
he
a towel in a
speaks.
sweaty room.
obviously does not know how to speak to women.
Well, that's true.
I don't think the Turkish bath is going to help with that. I'm just saying.
Being around a bunch of sweaty naked men sure would help.
Well, I don't know where they are. I gotta go somewhere. Turkish bath sounded good. She made it sound desirable.
It is rather nice. All right, so as you both are headed to the Turkish baths, the other three of you, you're kind of perusing around Taft's room when you hear a knock on the door frame behind you. And you see, oh shoot, I should have had this pulled up here. Let's see.
It's a guy who looks like
I
he's
need to
from
get this-
Innsmouth. We're in trouble.
Oh God.
And you see a gentleman, looks just like that, standing in the doorway.
Oh, that's a punchable face.
Have we met
Looks a
him
little bit
before? Or
like
is this
you.
the first time?
This is the first time that you've met him. You may recall seeing him in the dining hall the night before,
Nope.
but this is the first time you've met him.
Okay.
He knocks on the door frame and he says, "Is there something in here that you need help finding, or do you just make a habit of trespassing into other people's rooms?"
If there's one thing in here that we're trying to find that's not in here, Taft.
Exactly.
His door was
Have
locked from the
you-
inside.
We're really concerned for him. Did you see his behavior last night?
Yes, he was quite drunk.
And then suddenly he was not, and then suddenly he was, and I don't know if you heard, but it sounds like he was poisoned, and we're trying to find him to give him medical aid. But it doesn't look like he ever came back here. Have you seen him?
First things first, I'm going to have to ask you to leave Mr. Toft's room. I'm Reginald Finster, the detective aboard the ship. Ex-Scotland Yard detective. Please,
Before
Come.
he stops talking, Clay is just getting up. He just drops the shirt he was holding, walks past him, and if he happens to bump into him, he doesn't care. He just walks right through the narrow little door. He's kind of done with the guy.
given your size, yes, you do bump into him, and he kind of gives you a bit of a side eye. You look at him; he's probably about 5'10", so you tower over him quite a bit. He is stocky, but he's not super tall.
Okay.
Come.
And just
boy,
move over
Mr.
to the
York.
railing and just cross his arms and just stand there.
I'll get out of the room and I'll give him I'll look him up and down, trying to figure it out, trying to determine if he's actually gonna help us, make sure that Taft is safe, or trying to figure out if he's here to help us or if he killed Taft.
You want to give me a psychology?
Yep,
Oh,
and
go
I'm
ahead.
explaining that too, just in case Reginald wants to try and figure out what my face says to him. 'Cause, like, I'm distrustful, and I'm kind of wondering, is he really a detective? Did he kill Taft? What is going on, type of thing. But I will roll psychology for you.
Okay, go ahead.
I got success.
Perfect, right in the nose.
All right, so you look at him. It's a little bit difficult to tell because his facial hair is so thick, He's a bit older, probably old enough to have retired already. However, you do just read in his eyes, he doesn't seem to have any ill intent. He's genuinely wondering what you're doing here.
Right. If you are who you say you are, we need to have a conversation where we cannot be overheard.
Yes, of course.
You want to come inside,
we
or should we
should-
go to your quarters?
Perhaps we should meet down in my office. And he begins walking toward the stairs downward.
Okay, follow.
Okay, so he leads you down into an office on... Oh no, I apologize. Backtrack, you stay on the same deck. But he leads you into an office on B deck. And you walk in and it's not too big. You see that there's just a small desk with a single chair sitting across from it. It looks like there is a bar that is almost that's fastened to the desk off to the right side, almost as if you'd probably guess that somebody might be handcuffed to it if they need to be restrained. But other than that, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot else in here other than a small lamp also atop the desk and a filing cabinet to the back. And he sits down at the desk and kind of leans back to the point where his chair is sitting on two legs. So you're saying that Joseph Taft is missing?
Yes. Clay's gonna hold the chair to pull the chair back and offer it to one of the two ladies if they want it.
I will sit down. And I'll
Okay.
say thank you, Clay. That is very sweet and gentleman of you.
He's just gonna nod, but he's staring at this guy like, yes, that's what we said.
Okay, so now that we cannot not be overheard, it's time we let you know what happened. I'm not sure if you know. I will look at his face to see what information he does know. So let me know, because I'm gonna tell him about the alcohol and Shaw and so on. So just want to make sure at what point does he recognize it or what point is he surprised. So I will say,
Okay. Well, go ahead. Just before you get started, go ahead and give me another psychology roll, and we'll just have that cover the entire conversation.
And Clay is doing the same thing, studying him very closely. So,
Okay.
Psychology.
Ooh, I got the hard success.
Nice. Let's see if I fail here. Yep.
Okay. It's hard to tell under his beard, but yeah, Clay, you're having a hard time reading him.
Okay.
Very stoic.
As you know, we had 2 servers yesterday. We might have only one today. We had a new server. Clearly he did not even want to be here, Kelly, and a more seasoned server, Shaw, who was prone for manipulation. Shaw was paid to poison Joseph Taft last night.
You can see he kind of furrows his brow a little bit in interest.
Mm-hmm. We realized this because of Joseph's uncommon behavior. He was not suitable for the party, and very clearly he really did look like he was on something, if you know what I mean. His behavior changed dramatically, and then supposedly he went to his room, but as you can tell, he never arrived.
Well, go ahead and give me a persuasion check. It's not persuasion. Let's see, or maybe it is persuade. Let me see here.
I don't have persuasion.
Not persuade.
Oh wait, I do have persuasion.
Yeah, persuade.
Charm or.
Because some of the things you're telling him.
Hard success. Oh my god, I was only 14 away from extreme success. Okay, hard success.
Okay,
Luck,
so
Moss.
you see, he raises his brow in interest.
Moss wants to kill himself. Moss is about to say, Sevvy, stop rolling.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick you
Don't
from
forget
the
to
table.
check those, Sevvy. Since you're succeeding on those, don't forget to put a little check next to them.
He's gonna flip the
Oh,
table
thank
like
you.
it's tabletop simulator.
Yeah, I nail my table down. So he kind of he arches his brow a little bit, and you see he gets out. He opens up his desk drawer and pulls out a little case, flips it open, and pulls out a rather large smoking pipe and begins to stuff it full of tobacco.
Oh, poor India.
So you're saying that he was drugged,
Correct.
and
cannot
then
shop,
you
but
think
I'm
he was what? Murdered?
I don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. You could ask Shaw, but I'm assuming he probably ran.
Or he was tossed
Oh,
overboard.
wait, hold
by
on,
the people.
Nomi, we can't hear you.
Sorry. What was his behavior like?
Are you talking about the detective?
Taft.
You can tell that from what you remember of the night before, he had gotten pretty drunk. Then he got up and left the table for about 15 minutes, and then came back, seemed pretty sober. Well, actually completely sober as he was conversing with you all.
Also in different clothes that weren't all messed up.
Yeah. And then he stayed there and conversed with you guys for about another 15 minutes and then seemed to fall back into a drunken stupor and got
did
up
not
and
have another drink.
stumbled out without having had another drink.
And he asked us a lot of probing questions about why we were going to go visit Smith.
Yeah. Which is why I thought it was somebody impersonating him and pretending to be him.
Maybe someone chloroformed him
Could be.
and hid him away so we wouldn't be able to find him.
Knowing Taft, do you know of anyone who might be able to lift a man such as that?
Yeah, the one who likes to eat bread a lot.
Yeah, bread is known to give a man superior strength.
So he's just going
Yes.
over to India and raise his eyebrow at her like, that little guy?
He has a henchman. He has a little buddy as well.
So
I'm just calling what I see.
What, you throwing me under the bus? You throwing Jimmy under the bus?
He's easily manipulated.
We're on a boat. You're getting keel hauled. Seriously, you're not under a bus.
Is the helper trying to set up a distinguished gentleman? I wish I was there so bad.
Nice.
I'm just speaking out loud. Not saying it's true, but these are just my thoughts. These are just my thoughts.
Huh.
Innocent
So-
until proven guilty.
So you say that there was, what, another server who also has disappeared? Are you suggesting that he's been murdered or abducted as well?
To be honest, we don't know. We could use the help trying to figure out what's going on.
He was in fear for his life. He was, well, basically almost hanging on to the small knife that we found in his cabin as protection, as he said it. I don't think it necessarily helped him.
Well, I'd have to see if I can find the ship's manifest of personnel and figure out which room he was assigned to. Then perhaps I'll go down and search.
Yes, we definitely don't know. He's just thinking, not that we were in that room exactly with him.
Roll oh god. I should have these, I guess a fast talk. Roll me a fast talk check.
Oh yeah. He's got a 5 in that, so.
Oh boy.
Oh, he did pretty well, but no, he failed.
Pretty well.
But not a success.
What did you say your name was? He
Clay
looks at
York.
you.
Major Clay
And then
York.
the author, Clay York. Do you know something?
Fine. Yes. About him?
Well, yes, of course. You seem to have been hiding something. Obviously, any information that you know could help me in the investigation.
Like I said, we went and talked to him afterwards. He was.
And you know where his quarters are.
We know where his quarters are. He locked himself back inside. He tried to get away from us when we were following him. And then we went to check on him, and he seems to not be in his quarters, at least this morning. I don't know if he's just working or if the people that he worked for were having him watched and did something to him.
And you say that he is the one who poisoned or drugged Mr. Taft.
And he was promised payment in England when we landed.
Seems an odd promise. You'd think that someone would take payment beforehand.
Exactly. He seemed very impressionable, foolish, and desperate.
Sounds like
Clearly.
he takes everyone's word at face value.
Yeah, I agree. Clearly, he had no idea how the criminal mind thinks if he was that gullible. I'm sure he was disposed stuff.
Sounds like he was also quite young. Well, it sounds like that may be our best lead. Let me do some digging. I'll ask around the ship, see if anyone's seen him. And perhaps I can find him, bring him down here, and question him myself.
Good luck. Remember, like I said, he was carrying a knife.
Oh, trust me. He lifts up one side of his vest. You see he's got a 38 in a holster.
Moss Old Bean, can we run into them on the way to the Turkish bath?
I will say, you know what? Here's a good time. Yeah, we'll just say that you do that. So is that all? Is that everything that you want to ask of the detective?
Clay keeps his hands down and away from the 245s that are strapped in the holsters underneath his arms. Just trying to make sure that no one can see them while this guy is showing off that he's carrying a gun, possibly legally.
Well,
It's the high seas.
Scotland Yard. Maritime rule and all that.
Oh,
Yeah.
anything goes. Flamethrowers for everyone. Clay is just going to start walking towards the door unless one of the ladies starts speaking.
Nope, I will just say, please keep us informed. We are most concerned for Mr. Taft, as you can imagine.
If I may, what are your room numbers, just in case I cannot find you? I might leave you a note.
Mine is 36.
Nah.
Sevvy!
I am going to
Roll a
13.
sanity check.
Hey,
Hey, you passed. Okay. So you hear the name you hear the words 36, and a sharp pain flows through your brainstem. But you're able to kind of just shake it off. You're like, oh, not this time, 36, not this time.
she
I'll
must have had
say-
a horrible roll of roulette once on 36.
Apparently, yeah. Well, she has a major phobia for the number. I will say I'm lucky 7. And I'll walk out.
Then Clay is just going to reach out his hand, even though he was testing him earlier to see if he, would react poorly to him bumping into him, and he didn't. And he seems like he's professional. He's actually asking good questions, and he's seeing things, and that's why Clay said what he said. He's just going to reach out and give him an actual, genuine handshake and say, "We're looking forward to seeing if we can help in any way."
Well, clearly it seems I may need the help. And he returns the handshake, and his grip's pretty firm.
Nice. Okay.
Is Finster from England?
What's that?
I said, is Finster from England?
He is. Yes.
Do I know him?
England's not that big, probably.
Yeah. You probably. You know what? I tell you what. Give me a luck roll.
Okie dokie, a rock roll. Should do well on this for once. Not only do I know him, but we're old pals.
Old pals. We'll say that you're old drinking buddies.
Yeah.
Our old bread connoisseurs. How's that?
Yeah. We indulge in bread consuming together on a regular basis, and maybe some coffee.
Frequented the bakeries.
Yes.
All right. So as you exit his office, you walk a little bit down the hall and take a quick left. And at the other end of the hall, you see a Jimmy Summers and an Eldritch Gore.
Looking lost.
How was breakfast?
Oh, dear woman, it was delicious.
Was there any bread?
Of course there was bread.
Okay.
You seem obsessed with bread, young lady.
Not obsessed with you.
Did you make this bread? Is that
Well,
why? I quite enjoyed it.
I've heard that you are a bread connoisseur, so I was just curious, was there...
Oh, who said that?
I just heard it through the grapevine.
Oh, well, apparently this grapevine knows a lot of things.
And I'm just trying to see what else this grapevine knows.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, I suppose.
We didn't. Did we eat? I don't think we ate breakfast before we went and did this, did we?
No, you guys bailed.
No,
Oh, so
but we can
sure
head over
didn't.
there.
Clay is going to say, I didn't eat anything yet. And I don't think the ladies did either. We just, looked in Taft's room and ran into the ship's detective.
Oh,
I
did
was
you
hoping-
find the large man, the Taft?
Nope,
No.
he was never there. He never made it to his room.
Never made it to his room.
And now his door is completely broken, so I suggest we get some breakfast and we can fill you in conversations we had with the ex-Scotland Yard inspector.
Oh, which inspector is that?
Fenster.
Reginald
Fenster.
Fenster.
Reggie Fenster. He's here.
Oh, do you know him?
Of course I know him. He's an old friend.
Old friend?
Yes. We've breaking bread many times.
Wow. And where have you met this Finster before? Where have you guys hung out?
At home, of course.
Where's home?
England, of course. Where do you think I'm from?
Just making sure I'm connecting the dots.
Germany?
Germany?
The reason why she's obsessed with Germany, because they have a certain tool that she would like to acquire.
That's accurate. That is accurate.
I know nothing of these tools you speak of, and I'm clearly not German. Good lord.
As we
Woman.
oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Have you
playing around
never
with the
met a
chat.
German person before?
I'm playing around with the chat because you can use your languages in there, evidently.
Really?
But if you don't speak the language, it comes across as gibberish.
Oh, like German.
Oh my god, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. So as we walk over to the breakfast place, I'll say this. Just remember, if you join Gilded and you become a Gilded member, Silver membership gets a $20 benefit to the whole cast of your choice, and Gold gives a $20 benefit to every cast. This is a big change because before Silver only gave it to one person and Gold only gave it to one cast. So please take advantage of this and join Gilded. So.
One of these days, as the game master, I'm going to get better at making those announcements. But for now, I have said.
Jimmy, can you believe this woman thought I was German?
You're a real Englishman, Mr. G.
That's what I'm saying, of course. I am the most English person I know, Jimmy.
Do you have usually an English breakfast then? Beans and toast.
How do you like
that the thing?
sauerkraut? Do you like schnitzel? Do you like pretzels? Do you like mustard?
Clay is just going to turn and look at Indian and say, "Are you obsessed with Germans?"
This woman is daft.
Well,
Mr. Eldritch Gore is no kraut.
I, for one, am insulted that the help would think I'm a German.
So I will ignore that comment, and I will tell, both of them the updates of what we found in the room and what the conversation was with the inspector, so they're aware, including
Okay,
the
good,
fact that
'cause
the
I did
inspector has a revolver. purposely.
Good, because I did make a note of that.
Let me ask you something, young lady. While you're running around being a pistolero or whatever it is that you do, have you ever had a nice blood sausage?
I have on my family's ranch in Ranchero.
Oh, that's wonderful. They have them in the dining hall. I suggest we go have some.
Okay.
And that's enough of this German nonsense.
That's the first good idea you've had.
Let's
I have
do it.
plenty of good ideas, young man.
Well, I would like to see what this North Side sausage is all about versus my Ranchero sausage.
No, this is no whatever you just said. Blood pudding. Oh,
Jimmy's
beautiful.
giving
No,
Jimmy's giving
gross.
India the sort of no.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Once
But-
we get
Go
It's
ahead.
really gross.
what did you say?
Nothing, Mr. G.
Why, you little ungrateful whelp.
Oh.
So, dining hall. Okay.
Moss, did we see Shaw? Is Shaw there?
You look around and you see at this time in the morning, the dining hall has sort of emptied out. You look around, you see a few stewards, but no Shaw. However, you do see a Miss Joanna Osterman sitting alone at one of the tables with a half-eaten breakfast.
Oh, there's that dear woman. Let's go sit with her.
Right away,
Jimmy.
Mr. G.
Jimmy, do not ask her any stupid questions, please.
Oh, okay. I was only trying to help, Mr. G.
I know, dear boy, but you have no idea how to speak to a woman. Didn't that smack in the face teach you anything yesterday?
I am learning that I don't know how to talk to women, Mr. G.
And that is exactly my point, young man. Please learn from it. It can
Yes,
only
sir.
help you in the future.
Yes, sir.
Ladies, shall we join Mrs. Osterman?
Of course.
Michelle.
On our way there, I wanna stop one of the other waiters and ask them if they have seen Shaw.
Yeah, you pull a young man aside. He's got kind of curly hair. He says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Have you seen Shaw, the server?
Shaw, I do not think I've seen Shaw around. I've only seen... No, not today. I saw him around here yesterday.
Wasn't he
Little
supposed
Italian
to be
lady with the
working?
strange accent. This is what the German sounds like, just so you know.
She's
I'm
Always with
okay.
the stereotypes. And he kind of walks off.
Are you not German, young man?
I was not done with my
He just
question.
He keeps walking.
Okay, I will grab
Pushed him
him
away.
and I will say, I'm not done. Was he supposed to be working today?
Make an intimidation check because he was offended and he was getting ready to walk away.
I
and
was
now you're demanding.
I was like, no need to be aggressive.
She's gonna impale this
Amelia.
roll. No?
You have offended my
Oh my
family and you have
God.
offended
Oh.
the Hitler Temple.
I failed by 4.
I call
Would
him
you-
back. Like, young man, I have my friend has a couple more questions. Do you mind coming back here?
So with that, I would say you can try to push the roll if you'd like.
Ooh, try and push it.
What should I roll?
I will push it.
Okay.
And I will spend die. On Eureka.
I mean, you got a 90%.
Yeah, no, but this is
Sweet
different.
or to be fair, before you do that, if you want, you can also spend 4 luck points to make that a success. Up to you.
No,
Speaking
I'll
of
just
which-
push it.
Did we get any Eureka points this week?
Not yet.
I am offended.
Oh, thank God!
There you go.
Extreme success.
All right. So he was getting ready to walk away because he was incredibly offended because he's sick of being stereotyped because of what his countrymen did just a few years ago when he was too young to even take part in it. But he turns around and you can see his eyes are real big. His eyes get real big and he says, "What questions do you have?"
I just want to know, have you seen Taft?
Joseph Taft? No, I've not seen him today.
Was
How about last
No.
night?
The last time I saw Mr. Joseph Taft, he was, I do believe it was this Shaw character that you're talking about, along with another new one.
Kelly.
Yes, that's it. They were helping him to his room.
Young lady, why don't you ask him if he likes schnitzel and pretzels and wieners and whatever the
Was
other
Shaw-
things you said to me?
Was Shaw supposed to be working today?
Well, I mean, the stewards are supposed to be working every day.
And is Kelly, have you seen Kelly at all today, or is he also missing?
Oh, yes, he's right over there. And you see he kind of nods his head over towards the other end of the dining hall, and you see him handling some of the other guests. You can see he looks just as confused today as he did yesterday.
I got a question for Mr. Dusseldorf here.
What?
Excuse me, sir. First of all, Jimmy Summers, can I get your name?
My name is Hans Grindel.
Hans. I got a question. Shouldn't somebody be looking for them by now? I mean, we could potentially have a man overboard situation.
Well, this is the first anyone is hearing about it. Has anybody talked to the detective?
Oh, Jimmy, if that man went overboard, we would have all known about it. The whole boat would have rocked. Clearly.
If he truly is missing, then I will immediately go and report it over to Detective Fenstar.
He already knows it.
Thank you, Hans.
I'll walk over towards towards Kelly, the waiter.
Good morning.
I just have a question. I know that you helped Shaw carry Taft back to his room. Did you do that the first time, or also the second time that he was trying to get back to his room?
Yes, I helped him back to his room. Well, both times, really.
Okay.
You see, Shaw and I were both assigned to your table.
Okay. And was he? Did you see him actually get inside the room? Did you actually walk him all the way to his room and open the door and put him to the bed?
Yes, I did, and I also put the do not disturb sign on his door. I assumed he needed his rest. Did I do something wrong?
No, of course not. Can I do psychology to see if he's lying?
Yeah.
And Clay is just basically just shadowing her while she's talking to people, and he's gonna say when she says that, "Did you lock the door from outside?"
Well, first of all, you can tell that he is hiding something. And he answers back, no, I didn't lock the door. He must have gotten up and locked it himself. Is he all right?
Dear Kelly, you do know what happens when somebody is murdered and you lie in an investigation, don't you?
Well, wait, am I being investigated for something? I mean, murder? What are you talking about?
Very clearly you're hiding something. You better come clean, or I'm just gonna have to tell my dear Reginald Fencer friend who is investigating possible murder of Joseph Taft that you were lying. You were the last person to see him alive. How convenient.
Oh, young man, you don't want Finster on your case. He will grind you into bones.
You want me to roll
Go ahead.
intimidation?
Yes.
Into bones. Who's Finster?
Regular
Are you just gonna be his? Is Jimmy just Gore's echo in the bones?
It's great.
Nice.
So with that, you can tell he looks a little taken aback, and he straightens up, and he actually looks a little bit more competent. He says, Ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about. I took him to his room, and I put the sign on the outside of the door, and that's the last I've seen of him.
You're gonna roll psychology?
Yeah.
You's
Is
a
he hiding
damn
anything?
liar.
I mean, yeah, you can tell he's still hiding something, but it doesn't look like, even though you felt like you were intimidating, didn't seem to faze him too much.
So you were the one who paid Shaw to poison Taft. Interesting. I guess we should have a conversation with the inspector. Come on, let's go. Let's
And
talk
Clay
to
is
the
just gonna
inspector.
Look at her and say,
He has
might
a
be
nice pair
responsible
of
for.
handcuffs.
Well, he may
and-
be responsible for the young man's being missing
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah. Let's go. Come on. If you need persuading, trust me. 2 bullets through your head. Easy. Let's go.
Dear God, did she just threaten to shoot a man?
What do you
She's
expect? I
scary.
mean, the mafia.
Camellia, I
The,
think you're giving
mafia.
yourself a little too much there, girl. I don't even do that. You gotta, it's like Texas Hold'em. You gotta keep your cards close.
Are you?
I'm not saying this super loudly.
So he looks over at you and he confidently nods a little bit as if he knows that he's got nothing to hide. And then he looks over and he says, Hans, would you mind picking up the slack for me while I'm away? I'm assisting these fine people.
Excuse me, Mr. York.
yes,
Did that young woman just say she was part of the mafia?
I didn't say that in character.
Oh, I thought you said it in character.
No.
She did say she wasn't saying it out loud, by the way.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Rewind.
Okay, we'll
All
take
right.
him to the inspector's office.
Okay. So you go to the inspector's office with him in tow, and you open the door. Do you open the door? Do you knock? What do you do?
I knock.
You hear no answer.
He could be at Shaw's room.
I'll open the door.
You see, there is a lamp on, but no one inside.
Lights on, no one's at home.
I guess we could wait for him. Or a couple of us could wait and the others could go find him.
Okay.
It's a large ship, but we could look first at Shaw's. So yeah, I guess Clay will say, if you two are right here, or all of you, did everybody come? Or did not everybody come?
Are you asking me or are you asking everybody
I'm
else?
asking them if they actually came with us to Fensters.
Oh, absolutely. I want to see my dear friend Reggie.
Okay.
I go where he goes.
He doesn't seem to be here, so I think one or more of us should go check Shaw's.
Son of a bitch.
So I guess Clay's going to head off to Shaw's, and if anyone comes with him, great.
Okay.
If not, he'll wander off by himself and probably get tossed overboard. I mean, if somebody could lift him.
What do you want, pup? I'm busy. Yes, I know. I know. Okay. So remind me again, I've got a puppy here who's distracting me. Who all is waiting in Detective Finster's office?
I am
Oh, I'll wait
waiting.
to see my dear friend Reggie.
Okay. And then the other three of you or no, so Jimmy, Eldridge, and Camellia, and then India and Clay are going to Shaw's room.
Unless India stays with the rest of the group.
No, I'll go with Clay.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's just going to turn and say, it's probably good that you get away from the old man for a little bit.
Yes.
Because otherwise he's going to get a slap in the face, and I'm not sure he could take it as well as Jimmy.
Yes. He might pin something on me where I might be connected with this murder. Potential murder. Alleged murder.
Yeah, so we just kind of chit-chat slightly, and he basically will say he knows a little bit of Spanish, but he only knows enough because he was in the Spanish-American War to know like how to say a few things. So he tells her just talking on the way about, oh, I was in this town and this town and this town and these places and here and there during the war. And he was on the Maine when it got sunk, which is basically the reason the whole war started, and the problems with all that. And so he basically just talks your ear off all the way.
Okay. I just wonder if any of the Germans made their way to Argentina safely.
There'll be more there in about 30, 40 years.
Okay. That's what I've heard through the grapevine, that Argentina is the way to go if this war doesn't go the way that Hitler or it needs to be.
The Germany of the Atlantic. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks for. I appreciate you talking and getting my mind off of this gore man over here. He's been nothing but annoyance and a nuisance on my nerves.
I am completely ready to base a character off him in my next book, and I have voluminous notes. He's already given me 14 pages of ideas.
Oh,
I
I will
it.
take one of these days, like one of these moments, one of these days on the ship to read your notes, because I might give you a couple of my thoughts as well, if you don't mind.
Excellent. Well, to be honest, you're all in here.
Okay.
I take notes on everyone.
All right.
I'm in Mr. York's notes.
You're amazing characters.
Oh, well, let's go find this room, shall we? Should we explore around?
I know where his room is, so.
Okay. Well, I'll follow you.
You were with last time we were interrogating, weren't you?
I was.
You know where his room was. It says as well, if you remember.
All right, so you make your way back down to Shaw's room. And as you make your way down the long hallway towards his room, which is closer to the end of the hallway, you can see it looks like Detective Fencer is standing just outside the door. You can't necessarily hear what's being said, but you see him looking down at a notepad and writing and nodding, and then he'll like kind of gesture with his hands a little bit and then write a little bit more.
Now, did he give his name as Detective Fencer, or did he just say his name was Reginald Fencer? I can't remember if he introduced himself as a detective.
He gave you his first and last name kind of casually, and then he introduced himself as Detective.
Okay.
Retired Scotland Yard.
Clay is going to vary in his military voice, which is used to shouting across a battlefield. He's just going to call out very clearly, Detective Fencer.
You can see he looks up from his notepad and looks over, and he holds his pen up to the guy as if to tell him, hold that thought for a minute. And then he starts towards you.
Sorry to interrupt.
Have you found something?
We don't know exactly. We came back to your room. We brought Kelly with us. He seems to be hiding something. It seems like he knows more than he's saying to us, but we're not the ones to be questioning him necessarily, but we thought we'd bring him to you to talk.
Kelly. Daniel Kelly. He kind of flips back a couple pages in his notebook and he says, Daniel Kelly. Yes, he and Shaw were the two newest to join the crew, based on the ship's personnel log. Where is he?
He's at your office with the rest of our group at the moment.
Oh, very good. Well, actually, I've written down here that we are quite close to his room as we stand right now. I do believe it's just down the hallway here if we wanted to take a quick look. Do you believe that he is... What evidence do you have that he is involved?
Right now, his mannerism. A hunch, and the newness of his joining the crew, but little else.
It's hardly justification to go rummaging around in his luggage.
Clay would have seen that he was pretending to be like afraid and a scaredy cat, and after he was confronted, then that mask dropped. So,
yeah, and that's why Clay basically took it as just his mannerisms, and that's why we're kind of like.
Yeah, but I think like we should maybe like if you want. It's a little bit more than just like mannerisms. It's like very clearly he's hiding something, and his mask dropped. But
right, and so
yeah.
when he was saying, he was saying it's not justification. Is that what he's about to say?
Yes.
So at that point is when he would say, well, I'll be frank with you. He's hiding something. He's putting on quite an act. And when he was pushed by Roulette, he showed his true face.
Mm-hmm.
He is more than a server. There's something else going on with him.
I'd hardly authorize a search of his room without having talked to him myself. Go ahead and give me a persuade roll.
Oh, he's better at charm. He's horrible at persuade. Let's see. Persuade. He is an intimidation guy, not a persuade guy. Nope.
I seduce him.
I love it.
My lady, this is hardly the time.
Aside from Clay, you and I can get to know each other very, very well.
I'm
just gonna
afraid
step to the side.
Is there a time that you're not on shift that you and I can spend some time together in the quarters together sometime?
For what purpose?
Just merely talking and telling sweet nothings, and just get to know that little brain of yours.
Sweet nothings, I dare say. Yeah, well.
If not now,
Go
maybe
ahead.
later tonight.
Can you give me a charm roll?
Charm roll. Let's go. Do-do-do-do-do.
Charm him up.
Oh.
Dang it.
Oh.
My lady, I'm afraid that I'm a little bit more traditional in that sense. Perhaps if if I sat at your table come dinner service and we got to know each other there.
I would love to have some tea or coffee or gin while conversing with each other.
I'm more of a whiskey man myself, but
Do the
I
whiskey
might
it
turn
is.
down a drink.
Until then.
Please, let's speak with Kelly.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Kelly.
We'll go back to his office. And as we're traveling, Clay's going to look at India and say, well, now we get to see the detective at work.
Yes, you can. See what we can discover here.
And he's just going to whisper to her, nice try, but I think you came on a little strong for him.
I think as you were here, Clay, honestly, I don't know what I was doing. I should have cornered him.
Cornering him.
Cornering? Yeah, that.
Clay tries not to laugh out too loud. Well, what would it have?
All right. So, let me pull this up real quick here. Bear with me for just a second.
So did he look really nervous when she was doing that? Like, so forward type of nervousness, or is he just like, I'm at work?
Go ahead and give me a psychology roll. I'm giving you as many opportunities as possible to succeed these rolls.
Oh, fail.
Dang.
Well, yeah. You can't tell. I mean,
Okay.
he's he was rendered speechless. That's what you can tell.
Got it.
Rendered almost speechless.
Almost speechless. Nearly speechless. Got it.
So, you all make your way back up to Detective Finster's office. He makes his way inside. I assume you all are standing inside the office. Is that right?
Yep.
What are you all doing?
Sitting around waiting.
Making sure that guy is not running. So I'm like standing by the
snooping.
door.
You're snooping. What are you snooping for?
Literally just the general thing that young people do when they're bored. Start looking around at all the stuff, touching things shouldn't be touching,
Okay. Well, there's not a whole lot in this office but his desk and a filing cabinet. Are you looking through that?
Yep.
Wait.
Jimmy's popped over the filing cabinet. He's just sort of idly rifling through.
Frank Pellegrino's in the office?
Oh my gosh.
I fully expected us to walk in and find everybody trying to help Jimmy get unhooked from the handcuffs as he handcuffed himself to the bar accidentally.
Actually, can we make that happen? Can we just say that he handcuffed himself by mistake?
I just wanted to see what it was like, Mr. G.
Oh, dear boy.
All right, so
And there he lives.
Reggie Finster, as I live and breathe.
before he walks in, actually, Jimmy, go ahead and give me a library use roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
nice.
Jimmy's specialty.
Oh.
Oh, no.
That's-
That
So
makes a
much.
lot of sense.
Well, considering, maybe it's just not your, this isn't your environment. The light's a little dim. It's hard to tell what's in here. You're used to looking through books and not files.
So can I try to push it, or would that be outside of the realm of possibility?
You can definitely try, but tell me what sort of extra lengths would Jimmy go to push it?
I don't think he would, since he's just idly flipping through, but I want to try anyway. Jimmy just suddenly got a bug up his backside, and he wants to. Now he's genuinely curious.
Okay.
So here we go. Oh wow!
No! Oh no!
It's Jimmy Day.
Oh no, failing a push roll.
As
I
you're
know.
rifling through, you hear the door behind you creak open. I say, why? Get your hands out of that. That's confidential information. I
Way
should have
too
you
late.
arrested at this moment.
I'm
Way
looking
too
in the
late,
other
he
direction,
jumped up
smoking my
and
pipe,
closed.
not noticing any of this. And I
just-
turn around and I go, Reggie Finster, as I live and breathe.
I'll be damned. Eldritch.
How are you, dear man?
Oh, retired. Thank God.
Well, it gets the best of us eventually.
Well, some of us aren't lucky enough to live to retirement. Luckily, I was lucky enough to land this position.
Moss, your mic got really low.
Did it?
Little
Is it
bit.
still low?
Little
No,
bit.
Little
It
bit, but
sounds
not too
normal
bad.
to me.
it sounds normal to me too.
Do you have a cat on your roadcaster?
I do not.
Oh, okay. When he says, lucky to live to retirement, if anybody's looking at Clay gets a very, very dark look on his face, like completely haunted look.
Well, glad you're here now, detective.
So this must be Mr. Daniel Kelly. 21 years of age, born Manchester, England.
Oh, your goose is cooked now, boy. Now that Finster's on the case.
Tell me, Kelly, these people seem to think that you might be hiding something. What exactly is it that you are hiding? And you see Kelly gets that same old look on his face, that like a deer in the headlights. So I don't know what they're talking about. I'm surely not hiding anything. This is my first voyage on the Adriatic, and I'm just trying to find my way about. These people just come in throwing around wild accusations as if I murdered or kidnapped someone, especially someone like Joseph Taft. Well, I wouldn't do such a thing.
He's babbling. He's definitely hiding
convenient.
something.
You seem to know a whole lot of information, and you were the last one to see him. Clearly, you know something else. Were you? Well, let me guess. This was not your fault. This was actually absolutely not your fault. You were just there. You were intimidated by Shaw, who is much older, has more experience, got paid, for crying out loud, And you were just there. It's clearly not your fault, dear man. You should just tell us. What did Shaw do?
You see that he looks back over to the detective, and he kind of like looks desperately as he puts both hands on the desk and says, do you see what sort of wild accusations they're throwing around? I don't know anything that they're talking about. They're saying that I'm the last one that saw him alive, and something about Shaw, who I haven't seen all day.
Is that because you killed him?
I'll do psychology on him. I mean, I already know he's lying, but I'm hoping that I can get something to like get him to crack.
Yeah, and Clay is doing the same thing because he's watching him really closely to see if he's betraying anything with his body language. Oh, and evidently you got an extreme success.
Okay.
You got 2, man.
Woo.
So as you guys are watching him, in fact, Clay, you especially, you notice that as soon as Camellia said something about Shaw, he got a little twinkle in his eye.
Just so we are like, I'm using classic like police like methods of getting somebody to confess. So I hope that he does.
Clay is gonna, right when he sees that, he's just gonna walk straight over to him and just say, "What was that?" When she mentioned Shaw, your eyes changed. What was that? And he is staring like probably about 6 inches away from his face, looking up and down at his whole face very closely.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check with a bonus die, but this is going to require a hard success. You can tell that something about him, he's very convicted about something.
Can I help him? Can I give him the help action?
Correct me if I don't believe that there is such a thing as a help action. So he's already got a bonus die.
Okay.
Yeah, usually you get if somebody helped someone, that they would give them a bonus die if they were doing that. So it's technically, that's how you would kind of end up doing it.
Yeah, considering he's surrounded, he's got a 6'5" ex-soldier, 6 inches from his face. He's got the detective across the desk from him, and he's got a mafia boss questioning him and giving him the bad cop treatment. He's under a lot of pressure.
I'm also going to use the one non-temporary Eureka point I have, because I'll have to use it by the end of the stream anyway. So this is going to be hopefully a good roll. So a 19. It's a hard success. Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow.
Hard success. Okay, wow.
I could do one luck point, make an extreme success, and I think I'm going to.
Yeah, I think you should.
So we're going to take his luck down a point. All right.
Spill the beans.
You see that he loses the mask once again. He says, "You're not going to find Shaw."
And Clay is just going to smile at him.
But because you killed him? You threw him off board?
No, of course not. Why would I do that?
If you were in cahoots together.
With people such as yourselves throwing around these accusations, obviously he was with me, and well, he told me everything that happened with you barging into his room last night. I thought it appropriate that he hide.
But why would he hide from us if he recognized us?
Clay's just going to look and turn at her and say, "He was terrified of us."
What's your play, young man?
I'll look at the inspector. What is the inspector gonna do about it?
You see the inspector, he opens up his desk and he pulls out a pair of handcuffs. You can tell that he's getting ready to cuff him. And he says, "Kelly, what have you done?" and he says, he looks over at Finster and says, Detective, you wouldn't be able to grasp if I told you. So you might as well just lock me up now. And with that, he grabs one of his wrists, cuffs it, and then cuffs the other side of the handcuffs to the desk.
Ha! It wasn't me who did that.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
If there was inspiration, I would give it to you.
Not fun being chained to that bar, is it? Not that I know.
That was a bust. I'll look at the inspector and I'll say, well, clearly, I can't trust, whatever his name is, Kelly.
Kelly.
I suggest we search his room. Don't you agree? He's tied up here. He can't leave anywhere.
I'd say that's appropriate. You're
Where's
not going anywhere.
Taft, you villain?
Oh, but, have you changed your mind, Kelly? I'm telling us if you actually walked Taft back to his room.
Oh, of course I walked him back to his room.
Of course, I don't believe you.
And what was that you asked, JT?
I said,
sorry,
where's
Eldritch?
Taft, you villain?
Taft is no longer a factor.
What do you mean? No longer a factor.
That was good.
I think you know what it means.
You killed a fat man.
That he shuts up.
Are you saying he's sleeping with the fishes?
That's what he's saying. India. That's what he is saying.
Well,
Let's
if you
go-
killed him, where is his body?
It's probably in the sea.
You
with the
madman.
fishes.
Well, why don't you let him answer for himself, young lady, so we can figure this all out, for God's sake?
Calm down, get yourself a bread roll, and come back.
Remember your blood pressure, Mr. G.
Don't you have a floor to clean?
You know what? I'm gonna slap Eldridge. I'm gonna slap him. Can I do
Jimmy,
that?
okay.
You can roll
Can
for
Jimmy
it if
throw
you want.
himself?
What-
Can Jimmy throw himself in the
what
way
roll is
right
that?
at the last minute?
What roll would that be, Moss?
That'd be a another fighting brawl roll.
Let's go.
And then if you wanted to, I tell you what. Man, if you want to jump in front of it, Jimmy, give me just a. Oh man.
Jimmy, if this is your key, I'm not gonna play into
Too late.
I'd say Jimmy. Man, let me look at your stuff real quick. Probably.
Would that be like a fighting maneuver?
I'd
Would it
say-
just be an opposed roll, or
Yeah, I'm thinking.
or
It probably. I think you're right. I think it probably would be a fighting maneuver. So yeah, Jimmy, give me a fighting brawl roll.
Fighting brawl roll. Oh yeah, Jimmy knows how to fight.
Jimmy can just suck it.
Nope. Yeah, he is sucking it.
Not fast enough. You see. Well, at this point, I guess. Let's see. Oh, you did get a success, India. So, since Jimmy wasn't able to make it in time, Eldritch, how are your reflexes? You have the choice of either fighting back or dodging.
Oh, I'm gonna dodge.
Okay, so give me a dodge roll.
It's just a dex roll.
front page, right side, above armor?
Oh, it's actual dodge roll. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dex roll. Ooh, oh, that's not so bad. Well, maybe it is so bad. I got a 69.
So
I dodged it properly.
I use my right hand with a giant ring in the middle of my finger, and I slap him so he can really feel it.
Go ahead and yeah, give me 1d3.
Oh, I put that in the chat.
Yeah, so /ROLL space 1d3.
Okay, slash ROLL space
1d3. Mhm.
1d3 or just d3?
1d3.
1d. The number one or just like the 1d? I'm sorry, I'm such a noob.
The number 1, the letter D, and the number
Okay.
3. That ring did that hurt. It's gonna leave a mark. Eldritch,
Good.
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Where's damage?
So
Hit points.
it's that second. Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mr. Gore.
Detective, did you see what that savage did to me?
I would say you had it coming. Now, please, if we can delay the shenanigans until after we search Kelly's room. This
Well,
seems
I
more
never.
important. There are more important things.
Finster.
Jimmy's gonna try to like assuage Mr. Gord and tend to his wounds.
If you'd like, you can try to apply first aid.
Yes.
That looks like it's bleeding pretty bad, Mr. G.
Go ahead and roll that for me. Fail.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Man, Jimmy is just all thumbs today.
Yeah. As you all walk out and Finster grabs your shoulder, Eldritch,
I'm gonna first aid myself, sir.
you haven't changed a bit.
Boss, if I
Oh, look at me.
can I do psychology on Kelly when he made the assumption that this statement that sounded like Taft was dead, to see if that's the meaning?
You might not be able to get that specific with a psychology roll, but you can try. Yeah.
I got a hard success, by the way.
No one cares about you repairing yourself.
That's why you're the boss, Mr. G.
He just takes out a piece of bread.
So,
What fixes everything else?
so with that psychology roll, you can tell that he is obviously you can't read his mind, but he is 100% confident that exactly what he said, Taft is no longer going to be a factor in whatever equation he's got going.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, but what about my hard success, young man?
Oh, what did you get?
First aid, you some bitch.
Oh, yeah, you can restore 1 hit point.
Okay. Keep that savage away from me, Jimmy.
I take that as you as you're passing by one of the rooms, you see a bottle of champagne in a vase with ice in it, and you grab some of the ice cubes and just put it on your face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do have first aid.
Jimmy is going to go with Miss India and try to smooth things over, I guess. Miss Maria, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes. You have my attention, Jimmy.
Okay, I pull her aside. Look, Miss Maria, I'm really sorry about what Mr. G said, but he don't mean it. He's an old man. He's used to a different way of life. He doesn't understand. Women are basically people now.
I love that. That's so funny.
That's awesome.
Jimmy, you can't be bullied throughout your whole life, my young man here. You have to think for yourself. You have to fend for yourself. Because what are you going to do when Mr. Gore is gone? Who else do you have?
I imagine I'd go back to my rejoin my choir.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect him to do? Physically assault everyone who says
Hey, we're having a private conversation here.
Yeah, I know.
In preview.
You guys like to talk when I'm not there. I'm talking when I'm not there.
Or I'd
You
go
guys
back to
role play amongst yourselves for just a second. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Could go back to my mustache grooming business.
Mm-hmm.
Mustache.
I have questions.
And then who else? Who else looks after you? Do you have family? Do you have anyone else that can be a good influence in your life, Jimmy?
Well, just my ma and pa back on the farm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm supposed to resume my studies here with Mr. G. He's supposed to teach me all the stuff I need to be a proper and dignified gentleman.
What's it to you of Mr. Gore? Why are you so devoted to him?
Well, quite frankly, miss, he writes the checks.
The checks to your family or the checks to you? Does he own
Well,
your family? Does he own your property?
Well, no, miss. I do send off a piece of it to the family, but I keep a small bit of it for myself, you know, for living expenses.
Jimmy, is there more that you need to share that you're too afraid to tell us?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that, miss.
Is Mr. Gore hiding something?
Well, golly, I don't know. But he's a really smart man. He probably knows all kinds of secrets about the universe we ain't even thought of yet.
Jimmy, I think you're a wonderful, bright man. You have a future ahead of you. You would would you have the confidence in me that I wouldn't do anything to mislead you or damage you? Can I have your trust as you have mine?
Well, I mean, you did hit me pretty hard the other day.
It's just a way to humble a man, young man.
Well, golly, I'm pretty humble.
And that's more to come in life if you don't behave well. You gotta learn the streets are not easy on the weak, Jimmy.
Gosh,
did
you
you
sound like
guys-
my mom.
Chris got Eureka from the horror host. Did you guys already say that?
No.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, thank
Sweet.
you, the horror host, for $20 super chat to help Chris in his he said Eureka for Chris for that woman line.
Jimmy needs all the help he can get.
Nice.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. Well, Jimmy,
But one more thing, just one more thing. I'll try to intercept Mr. Gore when he starts to say stuff you don't like. Just promise you won't hit him again. He's an old man.
I can't make any promises there, Jimmy. But what can you promise me this? You don't tell Mr. Gore anything of our conversation.
I won't say a word, miss.
Okay, Jimmy. Now be a good man and do as you're told by me.
Do you told by me?
Wow, it's like I'm back on the farm again.
Well, a good shepherd boy needs a leader, right?
I guess so. I just ain't used to taking orders from anyone but my mama.
Mama says.
All right. So, you guys arrive at a young Mr. Daniel Kelly's room. You check the door. The door is unlocked.
Okay. Is the detective opening it, or?
The detective grabs the handle and he opens it. And you look in and you see another steward in there. It looks like he's just putting on his white blazer. He says, what is the meaning of this?
He just raises an eyebrow.
And Detective Finster pipes up. He says, official investigation. I'm going to have to ask you to leave the room.
And as we are investigating, thank you, Erudai, for the 100 miracle for the party. Everybody gets one permanent Eureka point.
Whee!
Wow. Erudai. Coming in hot.
Thanks, boss.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Oh, amazing.
All right. And the young steward leaves the room. And you can see, you look around just at first glance, it looks like any old crewmate's room. It's got 2 beds. It's got 2 foot lockers. and everything seems to be relatively in order. Both beds are made.
Clay's gonna, since he's in his not fancy dress right now, his normal everyday stuff, he's just gonna pull his gloves out of his belt and put them on before he starts touching everything, because he knows that whether or not this guy does it, fingerprinting is a thing these days.
Mm-hmm.
So you see Finster kind of look around, and he points out the footlocker at the end of one of the bed opposite the bed that the other individual was getting dressed at. He says, it's locked.
India, can you unlock it?
Yes, of course. Pulls out my nifty tools, unlocks the door.
Okay, do you go
Surprise,
ahead and give
surprise.
me a
More criminal activity.
give me a
Gosh, you're
locksmith
good at
roll.
that.
I just have a lot of skills up my sleeve. But what do you need me to roll, boss?
Locksmithing.
I tell you, old boy, it's a good thing she hits like a girl.
Mr. G, they're probably making some more bread down in the kitchen.
If you want, you can try to push that roll. Would you like to
Okay.
try it?
Sure.
There could be consequences.
So if your
push it and
locksmith
fail it.
has at 11%,
There's no
I wouldn't.
consequences for her hitting me. What's to say there'll be some for not opening a door?
No, don't do it. Don't
I know
push
that's
it.
obviously
if,
not.
If you have to hit 11, that's gonna be really hard.
Okay. I will
You can
pass
do
on that.
it.
I will search the bed area,
Okay, go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
and I'll use a point.
I'd like to help too, for what it's worth.
I got a hard success.
Okay. You look around, and it's tough to see anything out of the ordinary. However, as you're kind of fumbling around, or maybe fumbling isn't the right word, as you're kind of moving stuff around, you knock something over into the bedpost, and you feel that it's hollow, and you feel something, or you hear something jingling around inside. And you see, or you hear, it sounds like something metal is jingling around inside the metal bedpost.
I'll open it.
And you see that there is a small key.
Ah, I found the key.
Well, that would have been, convenient to know about 5 minutes ago.
I know. India, do you want to do the honors? I'll give you the key.
I will gladly do so.
Clay was ready to just smash the lid or snap the lock in half. He's like, oh, keys.
Key, yeah.
All right, so you open the footlocker. In the footlocker, without tossing it around, you can see it looks like several neatly folded uniforms.
Oh.
Can I do a spot hidden on the footlocker?
Yeah.
I'll use a point as well.
$64. Okay, so regular success. It's not super well hidden, but as you kind of lift up on some of the clothes, you find what looks to be like a leather tool pouch, which is strapped shut with a buckle, but looks like it can be unrolled.
Oh boy.
I'll take
Moss.
it out and unroll it on the bed.
Okay. Yes. Did
I want to
somebody-
look for some interesting books or anything else that might be hidden in the room.
Okay. I guess you can go ahead. Are you wanting to do a spot hidden as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. And while you are doing that, let's.
I didn't
gotta-
click it, but it definitely passed.
It passed. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll get to that in just a second. But when you open this leather pouch, you find that it contains a small but extremely sharp knife, as well as some small hooks and pliers. You also find a small pill bottle and it looks like there's the letter K on a piece of tape just across the front.
Do I roll psychology to see if this makes sense, what the K might be or something, to get a hint?
So I would have you go ahead and give me a medicine roll, and anybody who sees this and wants to join in can also do that.
Medicine?
Okay, I'll do that.
My
no.
medicine is a 1. I mean, I guess I'll roll it, but it's a 1.
Wait, medicine. There it
Oh
is.
man, one shy.
Also one.
Also a 1. But I was looking around at other things anyway.
Just threw the word medicine in there.
Good job.
Nope.
Fumble.
Jimmy is clueless today. Wow. More so than usual.
Today,
I amended. More so than usual.
Nice. Yeah, Clay's not looking at any of that. He's basically, since he's tall, he's looking on top of everything
Mm-hmm.
and not paying attention to whatever they found right now.
yeah, I'm busy looking at my stuff. Too.
Nomi, we can't hear you.
Gosh, sorry, I have a bad habit. I'm sorry. What I was saying is Jimmy has a bad habit of not paying attention. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, and then does anybody else? India, did you want to do a medicine check on this?
Sure.
If you have any skill in it.
Holy shit.
Whoa!
She did it.
India!
What's up?
Wow! Wow!
Oh
India.
my god, thank the fucking god. Also, Wilson
Perfect roll.
sent
Well,
a
thank you,
super
Wilson.
chat for $20 for JT. He said, I'm very behind, so I'll just pass
Thank you,
this
buddy.
off to JT.
Sweet.
Jay.
Yeah.
What's up?
You know.
Jesus. Critical
This-
success, man.
That's
Critical.
Holy shit.
You know that these capsules are vitamin K capsules.
Okay.
And vitamin K, you know, is typically used as a blood thickener, which helps promote blood clotting.
Lord Clot.
And then what I would also have everybody do is give me,
Right, Ruda?
let's see, if anybody can, go ahead and give me an occult roll as well. Anybody who's looking at the tools.
Oh, I wasn't. Nomi, what is your medicine, by the way? I'm curious.
It says it.
Alright,
It's
It
a
was a
1.
1.
Yeah.
No, I mean, what is
Dang.
your medicine?
Oh,
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
Oh, it's a. Did you? Oh my God.
Yeah, the skill is in
That was
there.
a-
That's what the
So
percentage
the one
shows.
thing you could
One-
have got, you got.
Yeah.
One in
Wow.
100 chance.
Exactly.
Wow.
Make sure to
That's
click it. Make sure to click it too.
Yes.
That's
Mark
why I
your
asked.
I
medicine.
might just
Wow.
spend a Eureka point to
She's gonna become a doctor soon.
Yeah,
Just
really.
from that. No.
Thanks.
Oh God, no, wrong kind of doctor. No. Serial killer doctor either.
Okay,
I'm not a
so
serial
Jimmy
killer.
failed his
It's a serial
occult.
slapper.
I
Camellia
don't know. I'm
failed
gonna
her
assault
occult.
everybody.
So if
Sounds
I
prosperous.
Does anybody else want to do an occult
point, would
roll?
that help?
Other women are flappers. She's a slapper. So Clay is not looking that way, so he's not gonna be partaking in any of that. No.
Okay.
Sevvy's a flapper. She's a
India?
slapper.
Do you want to try rolling for occult?
Yeah.
Just get a 1. You'll be fine.
And I tell you what, give yourself.
Dang. Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. Go ahead and just. I was gonna say give yourself a bonus die since you failed, or since you succeeded that first one with such a success. So I'll have you roll it again, but before you do, click the +1B down at the bottom,
Okay.
and then roll your occult roll again.
Dang it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
and-
but I was going to try to. If I spent a Eureka point, would that help?
Let's see. Well, your Eureka point would have only brought it down to 52. If you want to push it, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it. Jimmy's feeling lucky today, even though it couldn't be further from the truth.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Come on. Oh my God.
Spend 11.
No way.
Spend
dude.
11.
No,
Spend-
you only
spend-
have to spend. Did you say that were you going to use a Eureka point on that one?
Totally.
I'll give that one to you. But in order to make it a success, you just need to spend 1 luck point.
All right, let's do that.
All right. So on
I
your
feel
main
like this is important.
Obviously,
You know where your
Eldritch
luck
is
is?
rubbed off on him.
yeah.
Hey, I ain't rubbing off on nobody.
Yes, I do.
Thank
Yes, I do.
God.
Ba-dum-bum.
So with that, Jimmy, in your studies, you've read some fiction, and you've read some occult books, or some
That's
or some about some like indigenous tribes in other countries. These tools are typically used in the art of flaying.
oh, wow! I remember reading something about this. Picks up the tool to inspect it. The ancient Wagandi tribes would use this to flay men alive.
That gets Clay to turn his head around. What?
And upon figuring all this out, I'm gonna need you all to make me a sanity check.
Who all?
Uh-oh.
I'm not even looking. I'm looking at my own shit, which I got a success on.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yep.
Now, would this be
Sanity.
related to gross injury, seeing a corpse, that sort of thing, or not?
This would be related to finding out that somebody who you've got on board the ship has tools to flay somebody alive.
All right, so it will not
Oh my
be
God!
covered by this thing. We'll be. Oh no!
God hates Jimmy.
All right, so he's over by a little bit. Yep.
Apparently, he hates most of you.
Well, you two still have to roll.
I ain't got a whole shit. I'm busy. She needs to roll.
I'm coming. I'm
No,
coming.
Moss said everybody. Oh, I guess I
Moss
know.
is wrong.
Oh, so am I rolling for sanity check? What am I doing?
Yeah, roll me a sanity check.
Okay. That's it.
I'll leave JT out of this one because I have yet to get to his thing yet.
I have enough problems.
'Cause
Coming, I'm sure.
Which one? Okay, that's on main. Where is that one again?
So,
Yep, the current
it's
sanity.
in the second bar down. You see where
Oh, I
it says
see it.
sanity, and then click on the current.
Okay. Cool.
You all fail, so you
Holy
all lose 2 sanity points,
Bum, bum, bum.
except for you, JT. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Eldritch.
My bread will keep me sane.
Seriously, I need to eat more bread.
And let's see. Let me get back to
You
where
shall
that was.
remain
That was-
unbreaded.
That was forever away ago.
No.
You said that you rolled a 55.
Yep, out of an 85.
55 out of 85 on spot hidden.
Correct, sir.
Okay.
Don't forget to check it.
I already checked it from before. When I found my bread.
Oh yeah.
Tell you what, you find a note underneath the bed. It's kind of wadded up in the corner against the wall. You bend
you
down,
going-
you grab it, and you
You want to send it to me in secret and lies, or are you going to tell everyone?
I'll tell you what. Let me yeah, I'll whisper it to you.
Okay.
Is it just /whisper? I forgot how to whisper on here.
Oh, I have no idea.
I'll just send it to you. I'll
You
send it to
can
you.
right
later.
click on their name.
You can
or
just send
their
it in
portrait.
Gilded.
You can right click on their portrait and go to whisper
Yeah, or just send it in Gilded.
up top.
Oh, I could kick you.
Don't kick me.
No, keep in mind too that
I think
because
just-
this is not the GM thing, they wouldn't see it unless you put it in secrets and lies.
Right.
Yeah, chat wouldn't see it. So it might be better to put it in secrets and lies, but it's up to you.
So we got a flaying kit, and now we're all crazy.
Ooh. Oh God.
Yes.
Dear God, what is this?
Now Eldritch goes crazy.
Yeah, does that?
Again.
Yeah, I'd say go ahead. You go ahead and give me a sanity roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That might bring up some problems.
It just tasted good.
Do I roll? Do I grab it in the sanity, or do I just roll the dice?
So double click on your current sanity on your main
Oh, my
page.
current sanity. I'll be fine.
Oh.
I'm fine.
Okay, so you're able to. It doesn't affect you. It's just weird.
Yes, it is interesting.
Funny how
It's
he has the
ironic.
highest sanity.
Isn't it weird?
Do you let anybody
crazy?
else know
No.
what the note says?
I pull aside. Well, is what's his name there? Is Reggie there?
Yeah, he's there.
I pull Reggie aside into a private room. Reginald, I need to speak with you, sir.
Yes. What is this? What's this? He looks down at the note.
Privately, young man, privately.
We're the same age, Gore. We're the same age.
Oh, is he old? Well,
I'm retired, for God's sake.
I just look more aged than you, sir. What can I've had a harder life. Anyway,
I'm like a fine wine. You're like an Italian cheese.
yeah, let's talk about that as well while we're at it. In the room, please. Reggie, first off, what are you going to do about that savage hitting me?
I'd say that mouth of yours got you in trouble, didn't it?
That gives no one of that particular ilk the right to lay a hand upon an English gentleman, sir.
Gore, you have to remember we're in the 20s now. Things are different.
Yes, they are. Then that's not proper. Anywho, since you're not going to do your job, since it's not your job anymore, Reggie, I thought we were friends, but I am going to have to rethink that after this. Anywho, read this. This is quite interesting. Something is wrong here.
He takes a look at it and reads it, and his eyes get like real big. He's like, "What in the hell is this?"
That's exactly what my reaction was.
Keep the. Why on earth would they?
I haven't a clue, sir, but it is quite odd.
Well, I definitely think that we have more questions.
Yes,
to
and
ask of
I did
young
not
Mr.
want
Kelly.
to make the natives go crazier than they already are. They're already quite volatile and hostile.
Casting sideward
News
glances
like this
at-
might set them over
at
the
Miss
edge.
Maria.
Gore, you know as well as I do that no one is native to the sea.
That's what you
Except
think.
maybe the Atlanteans of old.
Yes,
but-
I was going to say that's what you think, but anywho, that's for another time.
Let's gather the others. We have more questions to ask of Mr. Kelly.
Are you going to share this with them? Do we know we can trust them, Reggie?
I mean, in all fairness, they brought this information to me first.
True, but
I have
they're
no reason
quite
not to
strange and violent. They can't seem
Well-
to control themselves.
Eldridge, you're going to have to remember your mouth has always gotten you into trouble.
And how?
You're not there. Shut up.
Aren't we
One
all
of these
still in the
days-
room though?
No, we went into a private room.
Oh, you
okay.
went outside of the room? Oh, okay, because we were all in the little.
No,
thing.
I
Yeah.
made him go into another room.
One of these days, you're just going to have to accept that you're going to either get slapped a lot or gain control of that tongue of yours.
Sir, since when can a woman of her ilk hit a man of my station? What is this world coming to? This is England, sir. I didn't even know we let these these type of people here?
Eldritch, you'll learn soon enough. Come. We've got to ask these. We've got to talk to Mr. Kelly. Let's gather the friends.
He'll learn soon enough.
She's just like,
What friends?
She cracks her knuckles.
Oh, I already cracked them. Sorry.
Damn, ruin the effect.
I'm sorry.
All right, so you see Eldritch and Finster come back into the room, or at least Finster does.
I like how I got you calling him Finster now too. Like that's his name.
Everybody, I address everybody by their last name now.
I know, but his name's Finster. I'm calling him Finster.
Oh, well, I mean, potato. Come on.
Okay.
Finster. They enter the room.
Whatever, Reggie. You've already disappointed me for one evening.
It seems as though we've got enough to ask a few more questions of Mr. Kelly. Wouldn't you all agree?
Of course.
yes.
Well, what would you suggest our next course of action is?
I guess bag all of this up and go back and speak to him and figure out what he's doing with all this. I'm assuming that's his footlocker.
Yes, the other one belonged to that other boy who was in here dressing.
He has some things to answer for. I think we know where Taft and possibly Shaw may be now.
Agreed. Come. And he begins making his way back to his office.
And as we're walking, Clay is gonna tap Eldridge on the shoulder and just say, "So, what did you two talk about? The flame?"
The what? You know about that?
Well, we found the tools.
Tools, you say? Let me see these.
Who's carrying them?
Jimmy actually pocketed that.
Are you going to show them to me?
Oh, are you? Yeah, sure. He holds them up for you.
I looked them over. What would I roll to know more about this?
Occult.
A cult. Okay.
Do you know anything about a cult?
I do.
Careful, Mr. G. It's really spooky.
But not today, I don't. Not even
today, a
close.
cult.
Would you like to push the roll, JT?
Fuck no. Yes, I would like to spend 61 luck to get that one right. No,
Well,
I
you
don't care
can
enough.
you can try rolling again if you'd like.
Yeah, you
I
can
could
push
just
the
tell him.
roll, and you get a hard success.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I could just tell him since Jimmy already knows.
Yeah, he might learn more about it.
JT. John Gordon donated $20, so this is a permanent.
Oh, shit.
Permanent Eureka
Thank you,
point
sir.
to JT.
Nice.
I
says,
appreciate
"Put-"
your kindness, young man.
He says, "Put that beast in her place."
Oh my god!
I love it.
This
This
old
is
bastard's
so
gonna make
funny.
everybody racist. What the hell? You're not supposed to like what he does, you fools.
Yeah, chat.
Even
you're
though it's
supposed to
proper
hate
for the
him.
time.
He's the Uncle Ruckus of the podcast. Come on.
It's part of the role play in the 20s.
I don't know what an Uncle Ruckus is, but it sounds bad.
Oh, you don't know what a ruckus is? You don't know what you're missing.
Oh dear.
Don't know what I'm missing. Yeah,
You
well,
were in.
Picture,
You were
picture
in for something.
if Eldritch was black, he'd talk the same way he's talking now. But black.
yeah, then.
About black people.
Oh, man,
Uncle Ruckus.
I totally understand where you got your character from then. Got it.
Pretty much.
Done.
Just need that tuba music playing in the
I
background.
just need
every time
that
the
big
chord-
busted crooked eye.
All right. So do you all talk
Question.
about anything? Oh yes, go ahead.
Oh, was they in the vitamin pill thing? Is it one pill or were there more than one pill? Was there more than one pill?
There
The
was
vitamin K.
there was yeah, clearly more than one pill in there. There's several.
Oh yeah. What else did you find in that room?
I'm gonna send you something in Gilded Us.
Okay.
We found some medicine that I believe India said was used for coagulating one's blood.
Mhm.
Which
Blood
I'm assuming
thickening
would make
pills,
it
sir.
easier to flay someone without blood going everywhere.
So let me get this straight.
Easier cleanup.
They want to flay someone, take their skin, use their skin and keep it for something, make sure none of the blood is lost, and kill anyone who knows about it.
You're filling in a few.
Actually, I'm
blanks
sorry.
here.
It said kill anyone you use. What the hell do they mean by use?
What are you talking about? You're filling in some blanks here.
This is what the note said. The note that we found under the bed.
It basically said kill Shaw because he used
No,
Shaw.
no. It said more than that. It said keep an eye on them and get rid of anyone you use. Keep the skin. J.
He was wearing Mr. Taft's skin.
Now,
So Jimmy.
J could be Jimmy. Is it you, Jimmy?
No, sir. No.
What is this man's name in the man we have here under arrest?
Kelly, David Kelly.
And
Kelly.
the other one, the
Daniel
one
Kelly.
from the other night, what was his name?
Lawrence or something Shaw?
So the only other
Lester
J
Shaw.
person we
Lester
met,
Shaw.
the only other J person we met, shut up, Aruda, was Miss Osterman, whose first name is what?
Joanna.
Julia.
Joanna.
Oh.
No, Joanna.
Johanna. I hope it's not her. She's a lovely woman.
Sure, we ask
Golly.
around, we'll find a J.
She keeps turning up though.
Oh, was it the initial J or was it the name J?
It was the
JK1?
initial J. Just J.
Hopefully it's not Julian. That would be unpleasant to think about.
I hope it's not her. Ollie would be broken up about it.
No, Professor Julian Smith.
Oh, Julian. Oh, I forgot about Dr. Smith. But he's not even here.
Correct.
Well,
He
let
did
us go.
invite us, though.
He did invite us. Curious.
All his distrust sensors are going off now.
How do you know Julian?
I have a home in London, and I've visited him more than once, talking about things for writing.
I see.
He's a good debunker of things. I haven't seen him in a while, though.
He is indeed. That's why I don't think this could possibly mean him, but
Yeah.
who the hell knows? You never know what one's going to do.
People are under pressure, they can do ghastly things to one another.
Yes, like he's an old man.
Well, I think you deserve at least one hit.
Really?
Just one.
I see. You must be one of these modern thinkers I keep hearing about.
Sevvy, did you send me the gilded thing? Sorry to interrupt.
I did. I put it in Secrets and Lies and I sent it to you in Discord.
Oh, that's why. That's why. Okay.
Not a modern thinker. I'm just wise enough to know that anyone can have value.
Well,
I've seen
we
it
shall
come out
see.
of the strangest places, from
The only
convoys
value
on
I've
a
seen come
battlefield.
out of her so far is violence. I hope she's good at it when it matters.
Violence is not a bad thing.
I didn't say it was. Just needs to be directed in the right places.
I think she'd argue that she did direct it in the right place. I'm not
yes.
saying that it was exactly what I would have done.
Time will tell. She's lucky we're not on the mainland. She'd probably be in jail right now.
International waters.
Can't get
Any-
me there.
Oh my god.
She's a
Sevvy, could
pirate.
you give me? Sorry, sorry, I keep interrupting your guys' role playing. It's great. It's awesome. Sevvy, did you give me access to the one you're talking about?
Oh my god. Let me check. No, one did not. Oh my god. Hold on.
I'm trying to find it. I'm like, what am I doing wrong here?
There, now you do. I'm gonna give you access to the other ones. It's occurred to
files
me
are-
that you probably don't have access.
In the computer? I saw what you put in your Secrets and Lies channel, Sevvy. Nice.
Wait, you can see her channel?
If he's
Yeah,
a
we can
gold
see each other.
member,
Oh,
no.
yeah,
if
I'm
he's
gold member.
if he's a gold member, he would be able to see it.
Oh.
Look at that. We have all these secrets and lies that you can see if you were a gold member.
Just one of the many perks.
Yeah, you totally want to see
Alright.
what you totally want to know what Jimmy's thinking.
Well, they can see Clay's business card, his birth certificate, some other chats we've had.
All right, so you all finally make your way back up to B deck. Detective Fenster opens the door to his office and he says, "What the devil?" And you look past him and you see an empty chair and an empty set of handcuffs.
This is me giving you my shocked face.
Holy wow,
Actually-
he Houdini'd.
I expected
Wait a
him to
minute.
be dead, honestly. So
Reggie, you left this man here unguarded?
Well, so did you.
I'm not in charge of this investigation, you daft.
Well, how was I supposed to? I've never had anyone escape from handcuffs. He was secured last time. He wasn't supposed to go anywhere. And from what it looks like, it looks as though the handcuffs are unlocked, and I've got the keys on me, the only set.
It's like Mr. Gore in stereo.
I pull aside what the hell's your name again? What's your guy's name again, Frost?
Kelly?
Clay.
Clay. Clay, come here for a minute, please, if you don't mind, sir.
Okay.
I pull him aside. Don't you find it odd that my friend, the detective here, left this man unguarded, and now he's gone, and he doesn't even seem... no one's escaped before. Yes, because you don't leave them alone, sir. That's madness.
Honestly, I think he's just very overconfident. I think he didn't take it seriously that we thought he was as dangerous as he was. He left him handcuffed here. He left him alone, foolishly, but I'm not the detective on board the ship.
Well, I do hope you're right, sir.
Quite honestly, if it had been me, I would have knocked the idiot unconscious.
Strange things are unfolding. Strange things indeed. We should all watch our backs.
This is shaping up to be quite a Christmas Eve.
Indeed. As I rub my face, son of a bitch.
Can
You got your present early.
Apparently I did.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Jimmy's gonna start poking around again because he's bored. He's gonna see if he can spot anything hidden.
Okay, go ahead.
Extreme success! Wow, finally.
Okay. Okay. So you don't see anything necessarily, but you do catch a whiff of something residual on the air. It smells like Chanel number 5.
What the?
Anyone smell that?
Wait, who
Yeah,
smells
I-
that Chanel number 5?
Jimmy does.
Yeah, no, Jimmy smells it, just so we're clear.
Oh, okay.
Anyone else smell that?
Smell what, sir?
It smells very florally.
Smells
We
a bit
smell
like
it too?
mom.
And now that he points it out, do we smell it?
Yeah, what's the...
I'll say that, yeah, now that he noticed it, you all notice it. Like, oh yeah, it does kind
And
of
that's
smell like that.
in the
Oh, that's a
room.
nice soda.
Yeah. It
Okay, and
is
so
in the
he was
room.
in here. Does it look like he injured himself getting out of these cups, or are they actually was it still in the position of having been locked and he got out, or is it actually unlocked? And
It is the handcuff. It's still fastened to the desk, but the part where his wrist was kept, it is open.
You know,
just inspect it, look at it, see if it was actually unlocked or if it's been like jimmied open or broken.
Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy, did it open?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me. I guess another spot hidden. Or actually, I would call for a locksmith roll to kind of get in there and.
Oh yeah, he has no idea. He's just gonna try it, but he's gonna probably fail horribly. Yeah, fail badly.
Have India roll for it.
He just looks
After
at it
that,
like,
I want
1 out of 100.
After that, I want to try something.
she's got an 11.
India, are you gonna try to take a look at it?
What am I rolling? A locksmith?
Locksmithing again.
Locksmith.
Yep.
He's just holding up the handcuffs to see if anyone can tell if he popped them open. Oh, that's
No.
You can spend all 80 of your luck points to succeed.
I'll pass.
Okay.
hard pass.
Fine.
I want to follow the scent trail.
Like a dog.
Well, I mean, somebody sent a picture of me, my head on Scooby Doo. So you know what? I'm gonna own it.
Hey, you might as well. You might as well. Okay, so neither of you can really tell whether this was unlocked or whether it was picked or whether the lock was broken. I mean, the mechanism inside is just—it's too small.
Okay.
Was it having any scratches on the outside of it though? Or
Any spot hidden.
oh my god.
I will use a spot hidden.
Okay.
Dang it.
We're all just snuggling our faces in here, and yeah, Clay will just take him back in his hand and just look at him, give him another cursory glance before he drops them, but he's gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
And then he got a regular success, and before he sets him down, he's
Okay.
gonna like,
You can tell that there's definitely scratches on the outside, but it's hard to tell whether or not that was from somebody messing with it or from Detective Fenster scraping the key across the side.
right.
Aw.
You can definitely tell, but it's hard. It's tough to deduce what it's exactly from.
Okay, so
Would
they're definitely
for-
been used a good amount at least.
Would
Yeah.
forensic anthropology help in this matter?
Anthropology?
Well, forensic
Jeez.
Well, forensic anthropology is an offshoot of anthropology. So
Spot
probably
hidden?
not. I mean, yeah, you can try to roll spot hidden as well.
All right, if I see everyone looking at it, I'll take a look.
You-
Regular success. I get the
Yeah,
same
You
thing.
can tell it's scratched up. It might be because these are kind of old keys scraping across the lock. You know, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
So Jimmy, go ahead and give me a track roll.
Track roll. Okay.
Can I also do that too?
I would say decide betwixt. I would say if you can help him and give him a bonus die.
Alright, I'll help you and give you a bonus die.
Okay. All right. So I can definitely. Oh, geez. Okay.
But you
didn't
didn't
do
do
the
the bonus
You
die.
didn't do the bonus
You
die.
have to do the +1B.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's definitely a thing I'm doing totally right now. Oh.
Good job.
Toggle.
Oh, okay. So, well, I already rolled the. All right.
I'll just say go.
Yes,
I'll just say go ahead and. Well, I'll tell you what.
You roll a
just
D6.
another D100. Roll another D100.
Oh, okay.
Untoggle it first, though.
Yeah, we'll just take the 10 side and apply it.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Here we go. Okay, that was 2.
Okay, so you got a 32 and a 52. Yeah,
No.
I mean it's as you kind of go out into the hallway, the smell of the sea breeze and the smell of the food coming from the dining room. I mean, it all kind of melts together, and you lose track of.
Oh, darn it! I lost the scent.
Clay's just gonna chuckle and say, raised by bloodhounds?
I raised bloodhounds.
Well, don't feel too bad because you're not a bloodhound.
Oh, shucks. Another dream dies today.
It's just like, what? You confuse me, Jimmy. A lot.
Well,
Now you know how I feel.
He's just smiling.
I suppose we need to find. We've got two objectives now. We need to find out who this Jay is, and we need to find. Well, we need to find out Mr. Kelly. Now, Jay. Who do we know? Well, Joseph Taft, but he's missing.
Correct.
Um.
Joanna
If
Osterman.
But if the perfume that we smell actually belongs to Joseph Taft, then maybe he is Jay.
Or this person used it.
Moss, is there any way I can use my book to look up to see if the type of thing we're looking for is in that book?
Let me go back into your character sheet because I put that in there a long time ago and I don't remember what it does. Let's see. I wouldn't say that applies right now.
Okay.
Well, Detective Fenster gets his pocket watch out of his breast pocket, looks at it, says, "It's about dinner time. I don't suppose we can do much investigating on an empty stomach."
Oh, no, we're
straightens
not
out
going
his
to eat
vest.
again.
Clay is just gonna kind of give Eldridge a look and like raise an eyebrow, like, and say, yeah, the only two people that I know of that had a J, I'm sure there's more on the crew, as Joanna Osterman and Joseph Taft.
Yes, and one of them's missing.
Yes, or possibly Julian Smith, but he is in England at the moment.
Yes. Moss, what would I have to roll to put any of this together? The obvious Taft acting weird and not whatever, and Taft being gone, and them talking about the saving the skin and all of that. Is there any kind of role where I could figure that out?
Well, I mean, you could give me an idea roll.
Okay.
And we know Miss Joanna said that she's not.
I am pretty smart.
Hey,
In fact, I am extremely
dream
smart.
success, nice.
Well, I mean, to the best of your knowledge, I mean, Joseph Taft is missing. Joanna Osterman is here. I mean, that makes the most sense. You're not really sure how the skins fit into it. You would probably guess that given the tools that you found, there might be some occult connection to it, but you're not sure what exactly.
Okay. So basically what I knew before.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Fair enough. I was just hoping on a wing and a prayer that I could have learned something, but I know what I know, which is nothing.
All right, so you do begin to smell, as Jimmy had pointed out earlier, or as Jimmy noticed earlier, rather. Food service is beginning in the dining hall. What all do you do?
If we're going to eat, gonna go eat. I'll be right back.
Go to eat.
I'm going to go speak to Osterman if she's
Okay.
in the hall.
Okay. You see her. She is actually waiting outside of the dining hall.
I give her a sniff without her noticing me if possible. Not like a Biden sniff, but you know, like I mean, I'm about as creepy as Biden, but not in that way.
I would say, give me a. First of all, I'd say give me a stealth roll.
Oh Lord.
So you could try to do it without being noticed.
I should have. Well, now I got it. So, success, young man.
Wow.
Okay. And then give me a spot hidden roll with a bonus die.
Ooh, a bonus die, my favorite. Now, do we get multiple things for doing things good? If we succeeded up.
You get one improvement roll per session.
Okay, that's okay.
Per session per skill.
Yeah. Okay, so
if you succeed on something 15 times, you still only get one.
I got a hard success to sniffer for what I'm looking for.
The scent you smell is quite floral.
Floral, like a certain perfume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like maybe a Chanel.
Maybe like a man's perfume for a woman.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, once my dear Clay comes back, I'll go have a chat with him. Mrs. Osterman, so pleasurable to see you tonight, my dear. Don't you smell lovely?
Darling, oh yes, it's wonderful to see you, and your friends are here with you too.
Of course, we've all. Oh, I'm saying we've met back up together and have been bantering on and wandering about.
Oh, good. Well, have you been enjoying yourself? Shot any skeet or taken a Turkish bath or anything?
I have had no skeets as of yet. Or we could not find our way to the bath, but we got a little bit lost. My boy here is quite the buffoon. Couldn't find his way and all that.
Oh, as we discussed before, Mr. Gore, he just needs practice.
Well, maybe you could help him. Could I leave him in your care for a moment?
Oh, I'd be happy to make conversation with him. And my dear Eldritch, you've got a bit of a knot on your face. Did you fall?
I'm so old. I bang into things so easily these days. Thank you for noticing.
Oh, well, you might head to the infirmary to have that looked at. It looks like it's beginning to swell.
That is not a bad idea. I might do that right now. Thank you so much, my dear. And then I run my ass over to Clay.
He's talking about the ring indent in your face when I slapped you, by the way.
Yes, we'll have a chat about that at some point, I'm sure.
At some point.
Hey.
Mr. York, might I bend your ear for a moment, good sir?
Certainly. What's up? I saw you speaking to Miss Osterman.
I was. Then that's what I want to talk to you about, my good man.
Okay.
So, she smells a particular way this evening.
Oh, is it?
A smell that we smelt in the room where that young man was missing.
Is it a coincidence?
I don't know, but I don't believe in coincidence. Do you?
No, never have.
No, neither do I. There's something going on with her, and I left my boy there to keep her busy while we chat about it and figure out what to do next. Maybe we should inform that other woman, the useful one, not the crazy, violent one.
They're both useful, but Roulette, you mean, the one who tends to get in people's faces.
Yes, the brash one, not the insane one.
You just gonna kind of think about that for a second and nod. Interesting distinction.
Okay.
Well, one talks tough, the other one's a maniac.
You're just upset that you got slapped.
Wouldn't you be?
I've had much worse done. He's just gonna turn his neck, and he has, a scar that basically takes up part of his neck, and the exit wound from the
Yes, that is in battle, not in conversation, my good man. There's a difference,
He just how did you know we weren't having a conversation when it happened?
Oh, well, I don't, but I don't.
I was married once.
Oh, good Lord.
One.
I'm kidding.
once.
Once. This isn't Johnny Dangerous. Yeah, I think we should go talk to.
Yes, maybe we should
Italian.
share. Yes, share the information. Maybe
Yes.
maybe she has some views upon what to do with this new information.
Good idea. Oh boy, I hope Jimmy doesn't get slapped by this one too.
I'm
Hope she
interested to see
does.
what happens.
And as you're doing that, Joanna is talking to you, Jimmy, and she says, "Are you planning on going to seeing the Maudsley exhibit in London? It's opening more or less as soon as we get there."
Oh, well, first of all, miss, I'm a little confused right now. Mr. Gore said I wasn't supposed to talk to you, but I guess I'm talking to you now.
Hey,
If I
I
was
passed my stealth roll, right? I'm sorry.
Your stealth?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
right?
you passed it. Yeah.
All right, cool.
If I was to say something, yeah, I would love to see it. It's not the reason I'm coming, but I would love to see it. I do have a question for you, though.
Oh yes, of course.
Do you know anything about the Wugandi tribe?
Oh no.
The Wugandi tribe?
Yeah,
No,
they had a real interesting method of flaying people's skins
My God,
right off.
why?
With that, you see her kind of like, oh, that's
Yeah.
quite barbaric. I
Jimmy's
can't
watching.
imagine.
Jimmy's watching her reactions quite carefully. There's a method to his madness.
Okay, yeah, give me a psychology roll.
Okie dokie. Psychology, y'all. Let's
Good
see
luck.
Here. Here we go. And I'm so good at it too. So that's a fail. That's
Oh, and as far as you can tell, I mean, she seems genuinely taken aback, as if she's wondering, why is that something you would ever bring up?
well, golly, I just figured since we were talking about ancient cultures and whatnot, and they had a method, I think, for like
I'll stop
sticking in
him.
the blood.
I'll see her face and I'll be like, "Oh, Jimmy, that's not conversation for dinner. Please don't mention that again. Joanna, would you want to sit down and have dinner with us?"
Yes. And she kind of motions over to one of the stewards, and you see a young girl come over, and she says, "Oh, Miss Osterman, please, this way. Are these fine folks joining you?" And Miss Osterman says, "Oh, yes, of course. Yes, have them sit at the same table." And she leads you to the table and sits you down in your places. So, Miss Roulette, that's what you go by, yes?
Yes, that is my nickname.
What do you do back in Chicago? You're so fiery. I'm genuinely
Oh.
curious.
Yeah, I'm a businesswoman, of course. Roulette comes after taking chances, and you have to do that as a businesswoman, of course. I'm sure you understand chances.
Oh, of course. Oliver, he's more or less a professional gambler. So I know a little thing or two about business, but myself, a lady in that world, it's all almost unheard of. You must have quite the reputation about you.
I do, and it's most certainly a reputation I lean into and enjoy, of course.
So tell me, she leans in and she puts her chin on her hands. What, you're going to see a Mr. Julian Smith, yes?
Yes, do you know of him? Or do you know Julian?
I've heard of him. I've read his work, and I think that he's so interesting, the way he goes about debunking all the mediums and fortune tellers and soothsayers and certain religious religious ideologies. It's very interesting. I'd like to meet him. But unfortunately, I didn't. I hear that he's giving a lecture. Unfortunately, I didn't get an invitation.
Oh no. First I want to do a psychology on her to see if she really thinks that the occult is a bunch of bullshit, or to see if she's lying on that. Because I know she really wants to meet the guy. It's probably why she's asking that. But I'm trying to find like a double meaning or a hidden reason.
You can tell based on that hard success. You can tell that. I mean, she definitely thinks he's an interesting character, and she definitely would not mind meeting him. As far as the occult stuff, I mean, it could go either way. You think that there's probably some bullshit in there somewhere.
Okay, all right. I'll say, well, you must meet him, of course. He is good friends with all of us. We will have to put in a good word for you so you can, of course, meet him.
I hear he spends a lot of time at the Oriental Club. I'd love to go and have dinner with him up there. Do you think you could put that together?
Of course, my dear. You know, if maybe we could invite Joseph Taft too, of course, and then I'll do a psychology to see how she reacts to me saying Joseph Taft.
Okay. Okay. She doesn't seem to budge.
Okay.
She says, "Oh, Joseph. Oh, speaking of Joseph, where is he? I haven't seen him all day. And normally, you saw him. He's not one to miss a meal. He might be slumming it down on C deck or something."
That's probably what he's doing, of course. Or I hear they
Father
have.
is a man of the people.
Do we walk back up and hear that at this point?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I figured you might know where he is, Julia. Julia, right? Joanna. I say Julia.
Me?
Julia.
No, I wouldn't know. I haven't seen him outside of meal times.
Yes, well, if anything comes to mind, do let us know.
Ooh, I got a hard success on that. She thinks she has not seen him.
That's, you can tell that that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I'll give the group the eye to kind of let them know that she's lying.
Interesting.
I kind of forget. Yes. Yeah. Well, I do hope we find where he's laying his head these days.
Well, I'm sure he'll turn up one way or another. Please, Mr. York, Mr. Gore, please take a seat.
Oh, absolutely. That's totally what I'm afraid of, by the way.
Come and have a seat.
Yes.
All right. And at this point, your drink orders are taken. Hors d'oeuvres are brought to the table.
I don't feel so well this evening. I don't think I'm going to be eating anything or drinking anything tonight. This wound I seem to have spontaneously developed has made me not so hungry.
I'll fix you up a plate for later, Mr. G.
That'll be okay, young lad. Don't worry about it.
Okay, well, Jimmy's going to eat because I don't want him passing out from starvation. I feel like that's a thing that can probably happen in this game.
I do, however, spark up my pipe and puff it really hard and blow smoke in a certain direction.
Okay. What is that certain direction, might I ask?
Towards my favorite person.
Poor India.
I do hope you enjoy your meal tonight, dear. And then I write a note and I slip it to Sevvy's character, and the note says, "I wouldn't eat or drink anything tonight." And it also says, "Pass this to Clay as well."
Okay. I'll pass it to Clay.
Okay.
I'm gonna need stealth rolls if you don't want her to see this.
Oh, okay.
Or,
I mean, it's
sorry,
under the
sleight of-
table. But
Sleight of hand roll.
sleight of hand. Okay. Ooh,
Meanwhile,
I'm
Jimmy's
gonna use a die for that. One of my Eurekas. Motherfucker. Oh well.
Oh,
I will sleight of hand mine. Hold on. And I will also use an Eureka point. I think, by the way, you did a bonus die instead of a minus
Yeah.
10.
Ah,
So-
fuck.
oh yeah, you did.
That would have been no, a
Which one
30
should I
would be
use?
a 20.
Yeah,
you
you would
needed
have
to
been.
do a minus 10 in adjusting.
Oh man, I
In the
still would have
modifier,
failed. It
yeah.
doesn't matter.
Ooh, hard success. She doesn't even know I
Man.
grabbed it. And I'll pass it to so maybe he sees JT's character put something on the table, but I'm so good she doesn't realize what it is, and I grabbed it and pass it to York.
Yeah, you definitely see she notices 100% when Gore passed that note. But she doesn't acknowledge it.
And then Clay will read it, and he'll just kind of slip it into his notebook, and he'll lean over to Jimmy and say, "Jimmy, do you want to see something interesting?" He's going
Sure
to
thing.
slide the notebook
Sure
over,
thing, Mr. York.
slide the notebook
Oh
over,
no!
Uh,
Oh no!
and have him, just kind of like, "Here, the notes I took on you," and open it up, and the note is sitting there right on top of everything.
I will
He's not
stand
good at
up.
sleight of hand. That's why he used the book.
I will stand up and I'll say, India Maria, can you come with me to the bathroom?
Yes, because girls pee in
In a group. That's
Yeah.
what we do.
yeah.
And Joanna stands up. She says, I could do with a refresh myself. I'll join you."
Perfect. Come with us.
Lovely, the more the merrier.
Yeah, absolutely. And she follows behind you.
Okay.
Clay is just gonna then just reach over and grab the food out of Jimmy's mouth and start hitting him on the back and say, "Just in case, just in case."
You
Mr. York, what do I do?
Now,
And
you
he's
see
going
chat.
to-
Go ahead.
He's going to do this: take out the flask, and Moss, you know what's in this
Mhm.
because we talked about it. And he's gonna say, "Quick, take a small drink of this. A small drink of this."
Okay. His hands trembling. He takes a sip.
Okay. Well, that's your
does
first
his-
taste of pure laudanum, which is basically
jeez.
alcohol with cocaine and heroin in it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's very common in the 20s, and it was used as medicine and
Yes,
all
it
kinds
was.
of things for nerves and all kinds of things. But
Oh.
okay, Jimmy, have fun. He takes the flask back after he takes a sip.
And I look at him
Great.
deep in his eyes and I'm going, listen to me, Jimmy. Do not trust anyone but me. Do not eat anything tonight or drink anything else. And hopefully you will survive.
Oh, great flying hippos, Mr. G. That tasted awful. I don't think I could if I wanted to.
I like
Good,
that
you fool.
someone in
You
chat
don't
said
want to
not
do
the
it
Jimmy's
anyway.
back I expected.
Trust none of these people except maybe him.
Oh,
And I
do
go,
you think
what
I've
did
been
you give that
poisoned?
fool anyway?
Just some laudanum. It should calm him down and maybe make him throw up.
Oh, well, that would be a welcome sight, but not here.
you.
should I roll? Should I roll something to see if it induces vomiting?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a con roll.
I like how Chrysanthemum chat just in all caps is like, laudanum?
She's like, that's what I'm having for dinner.
Oh, projectile everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Moss, read messages, please.
Yes, a tincture of
Yep.
opium.
Yep.
All right.
Jimmy straight up barfs all over the table,
All right.
very loudly
No.
and
Oh,
disruptively.
wow, that went by fast.
As you all enter the bathroom, Joanna enters right behind you. and shuts the door, and you are alone in a bathroom. And that's where we're going to call it for the night.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, does everybody have the rolls on which they succeeded checked?
Yes.
Yes.
I only succeeded on 3 things.
Me too, but several times.
All right, well, who wants to go first?
Sevvy can go first. Because he can show us up.
All right, Sevvy, let's see what you got.
So just roll normal stuff and then see how it looks. Okay.
Yep, you
Nope.
gotta get over and
Yep. It has to be basically a fail. Okay. Never know, man. Oh my god. Alright, last one. Nope. Yeah. That's it for me.
All right. Nomi, did you what all did you succeed on? You succeeded on medicine. I know that much. You succeeded on fighting brawl. What
And
else?
that was it. Just those
you have
two.
a good chance
that
of
it?
succeeding on your
Yeah,
medicine
you're
check
gonna,
here.
you're gonna get that
Yeah.
medicine one unless you're really unlucky.
Yeah.
Roll that beautiful medicine.
Oh, so I roll medicine?
Oh
or-
yeah. Go ahead,
Roll
and roll,
medicine.
go ahead and roll medicine. Yep.
And hope you get over a 1.
Okay.
Aw.
Well, no, that's good.
No,
that,
you
means
wanted
that means that you're going to improve on it. So go ahead and roll 1d10.
/ roll d10, right?
You can actually just grab the d10, the die that
Oh,
says
okay.
The third
10 on
one.
it, and drag it to the tray.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Nice.
So
Nice.
go ahead and in your character sheet where it says medicine,
Yes.
you'll have to go to edit,
Ooh, okay.
and in that you'll have to add another 10 points to your medicine.
Wow. She's gonna become a doctor like you said.
Yeah.
Dr. Maria. Let's go.
Nope. Here. So I think I see what you're doing. So up in the top right-hand corner, you see like a circle with a line through it.
A circle, the line through it.
Top right, the little pen in
Yeah,
the brown
I already-
circle.
I already
Click
did that. I already did it.
Oh.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I'm
You
here.
have to. So in points spent, under the third column, just add 10
Okay.
points.
Got it. Okay.
That should show as 11 now on your
It
sheet.
should show us total
There it is.
11.
There you go.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet.
All right. And then you go ahead and close out of that, or the stop editing, that same button that you clicked.
Did it.
Okay. And then try your fighting brawl to see if you get any better at that. Looks like you do. So you'll get to add another 10 points to that as well. You're getting real good at slapping.
Thanks. I'm a pro at it.
She adds D10 to it,
Wait,
right?
she
Not
get,
just 10 points.
yeah.
Oh, do I
Correct.
add? Okay,
Yeah,
so
you add a D10. So roll another D10 and add that to it.
Okay.
Ooh, that was
Got it.
almost a 10.
Almost, another
almost a 10,
So
yeah.
close. My bud.
Last thing we need is her slapping the shit out of everybody.
So that should be
Alright.
what, a 52?
So your fighting brawl will go up to, yes, 52. So just put a 2 in that point spent column.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right. Eldritch. Let's see what you
Yes.
succeeded on.
Nah, probably nothing. I can't
Hey.
see. Oh, I did.
Ah, first aid. So that goes up by a D10. Perfect.
I'll take a 5.
That's pretty good. That's a good increase.
Yeah, I gotta find it again. Where did you go, sir? Oh, good lord. Ah, there it. All right, so points spent 5, yes.
Sure.
I don't know if that's gonna work for me, Moss.
Why?
I don't know. There it is. Okay. Wait, nope, wrong one. God dang it. There we go. So does it go up to 35 on its own, or?
Yeah, you just put another. If you just put another 5 in that column, it'll go up to 35 by
Oh, it'll go off when I close it. Okay. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. All right. Haven't done that before. I normally fail. Spot hidden. Knew I wasn't getting that one. Wait. No.
Yeah, you succeeded on that one.
Yeah. Or failed.
Or failed. You failed.
Succeed, failed.
But also
failed,
succeeded.
failed.
But I should fail. I should succeed on this one.
All right.
My stealth.
Stealth goes up.
Nice.
Let's see what we got with the stealth. I need to learn. Oh, come on. Son of a bitch. All right. One little point. I'll take it. Okay, I'm done.
All right, Jimmy, what do you got?
I think I failed everything except that occult check.
Which you
Okay.
probably wish you didn't.
Well, you got a good chance of increasing it then.
All right. Okay.
I just wish you didn't roll occult anymore, ever.
Here we go.
There you go,
That's
you got
good,
your
right?
basic.
Perfect.
Yay. Roll a
All right.
d10, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Wow.
Oh,
Nice. Very nice. It's the Wendigo tribe or whatever it was you were talking about. You're an expert.
Wendigo. Yeah.
Wendigo.
I think that's what I said.
It's
Okay, well, that
Wakanda,
does it
I
for
think is
me.
what you said.
Wakanda.
All right. Clay.
All right. Intimidate. He's going to have to roll incredibly high to succeed at this. Not quite, but close. No to that. Uncheck it. Let's see. What do you get? Psychology. Has to be to 67. Oh,
Oh,
so
man.
close. And spot hidden, he can't really raise, but, I checked it anyway. I'm just going to roll it because it's fun. All right. So he did not succeed or raise anything.
All right. Well, whenever you're good at something, it's hard to get better.
Exactly.
All right. So that does it for tonight. We'll go ahead and close it out there. We'll go around the horn and see what everybody has got to plug. Let's start with Chris. What you got going on?
I am currently working on something for the Geeks and Gamers tabletop channel. I do lore videos, but I also do funny voices and stuff. You can reach out to me, KrisWithADagger, on Minds at KrisWithADagger. That pretty much does it for me. Let's toss it over to.
Oh, I forgot to say, save Sevvy for second, last, me for last. Go ahead.
Okay. Well then, Miss India Maria, I shall toss it to you.
Hi, I'm Nomi Without You. You can catch me on Twix at Nomi Without You and my channel Nomi Without You. I am having every Thursday I have Dames and Dorks, Sevvy as my resident panelist when she's available. This week I'm having Epic Mike as our special guest. I'm also on Midnight's Edge Espanol. You can catch me there making some videos for them for their shorts, and you can catch me here on Mondays now with Moonskull 36.
All right. Tag who you like.
Froste.
Hi.
Froze.
Oh, there we go. I am Frost. I basically am here on Monday nights here for this. I also stream on Kick and Twitch, usually on Saturday nights, but occasionally I've been trying to take my lunch hours to do writing, gaming streams, and whatnot. I also do a lot of writing, and I'm currently in the process of, doing more of that. So I'm hoping that I'm going to add some more things to my Kindle Vella little serialized novel I put out there. Everything is in that link tree. So go check it out. I'm going to guess that the only person left that I can choose from is JT.
Don't sound so excited about it. God,
It's
where did everyone?
JT.
Oh, everyone's back.
Woo! I could do
Everyone's
alarm.
back. Good. You can
There we
check
go.
me out on Kick, on Savage Talk, all the time at night. And then Friday, you can check me out on Mummy's Mask. on the Geeks and Gamers Tabletop channel. And on Friday after that, you can check me on my Rumble for Kaiju Watch with Mr. Leylines, where we watch cool kaiju movies together and have a good time and have fun and talk about shit and hang out with y'all and all that good stuff. And I will give it to Sevvy, I believe.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I am Sevvy. You can usually find me at Geeks and Gamers Tabletop on Thursdays for March of the Dragon Queen, where I play with Haas, and Fridays for Mommy's Mask, where I play with JT, Sundays for Pokemon, or Moonskull. You can find me here in Moonskull on every other Wednesday for party games with the crew, where we usually grab folks from Geeks and Gamers Tabletop, and we will have special guests as well from the Geeks and Gamers sphere to come and play with us, so check that out. And then Whiskey and Wine, we're playing Star Wars Old Republic. It is super fun, so check that out. And Call of Cthulhu, of course, and Star Wars on Saturday, where I play a Jedi, and Moss is also in that campaign. Other than that, when I'm not usually streaming for either channel, I'm usually streaming in my Kick and my Twitch, so please give those a follow if you can. Also, if you have not yet followed me on Instagram, please do that. I'm about 600-ish away from hitting the 6,000 mark, so please go give me a follow if you have not yet already. And I would say, so 2 announcements. One is Cult of Sevvy merch. We're waiting to get the final image. So once we do, then the new scene will be up. So check that out. Hopefully it'll be up pretty soon. And then secondly, if you have not yet become a member in Guilded, or if you have not joined Guilded yet, I would encourage you to do so. One, Guilded is free to join. It's very similar to Discord. By the way, it's really easy to figure out how to work it. And then 2, if you want to help support Legend Seeker, which is an alternative to Wizards of the Coast and D&D, Erudai and Froste are working on it as well. I know that they're working really hard, and the subscriptions and the memberships do help with that process, with bringing people in to help with Legend Seeker, getting the artwork as well. And you do get benefits from becoming a member. Earlier on I talked about how, like, now if you're silver, you get a benefit to an entire cast. Before it was just one person. And if you're a gold member, you'll give benefit to all of the cast members in all of the shows in Geeks and Gamers Tabletop and Moonskull. So that's definitely a lot of shows. So please, that little support that you see there will really help a lot get Legend Seeker through. We have a very aggressive timeline to get Legend Seeker out. It is 3 books that Frost and Erudai are working on. So please do support if you can. It is very much appreciated, and I will pass it to Moss.
Hey, thank you, Sevvy. If you want to see what I have to say mostly about politics and Lord of the Rings, you can follow me on Twitter or X. That's @MossMuff. Also, you can follow me, here. I'm Monday nights for Call of Cthulhu, Thursday nights for March of the Dragon Queen, and Saturday nights for Star Wars. And then every once in a while, I'll pop in on the Party Game streams over here on Moonskull. Sevvy pretty much took all the announcements. Sevvy, I mean, am I missing anything? No, I think that's pretty much everything. So thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. It means the world to me, especially because I love this. It's great being back in the keeper's chair. So it's awesome that you all are joining us. Stick around for just a couple minutes after the stream ends. Leave a comment. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, we're out. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Good evening.